It saddens me that some of the elders in media are like this. That's how I know that everything we're doing is correct.
Let's not get egotistical. It
That's
might
true.
not be correct.
That's true. That's
but
true.
It's honest, and we break it down, and we hold each other accountable.
Anytime somebody like gets upset, Elliott's not the first person. Yeah, I don't even know if he's upset. Shout out to Elliott.
He's marketed to Elliott. That's what
I'm so
saying.
sorry, bro. You caught me. You got me fucked. Just like we got you red in that video.
You know,
you had me fucked up a little bit too.
Frustrated off the pivot,
off
but
the
we're
pivot.
good.
Yeah, we good now.
He said them side rack deserved it while he rubbing on the
I recently realized that they never said that I couldn't sing what I want to say. So.
She a slick. He's prepared.
Get the out of here.
And
Elliott
the harder
Wilson,
they go, what?
roll it.
What?
It's already rolling. Everything rolling right now.
Roll that. Oh, roll it. Roll it. Don't even worry about it. I'll edit it.
Shooby-doo-bye, baby. Welcome back to another installment of the Homeroom Podcast, where podcast is bigger than us, reply and rebuttal to everything we say. They retweet us.
Yeah.
They quote us in the magazines and the blogs. I'm your classmate, Tone Groove.
Jay Noblez.
AJ the Menace.
Yeah, what we got though? Like, what's
Yeah,
happening?
you just got some alarming news that
I'm
you,
about to say, what
you
happened?
set it off.
All right, so, I mean, we had the topics put together. We still got the topics put together, but right before we started shooting this podcast, Elliott Wilson posted our thing. I just found out he posted it on his Instagram as well.
Wow.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So not only did he post it on Twitter, he also posted it on Instagram.
I didn't even know he had an Instagram.
I didn't either. I haven't been following him.
Shout out to Elliott, but why do you you look a little distraught a little bit? Like, what's going on?
Okay, so when it came out, my initial thoughts were there was no context. So he just screen recorded the first 2 minutes. Long story short, this is what I'm getting at. Let me just like cut to the point. Everything we said in that video is a 22-minute clip of talking about Elliott Wilson and Rap Radar. He literally just showed his sensitivity in what we did. Mind you, I feel like we came from a pretty objective stance where
It was a 22-minute video.
it was a
and it's like-
22-minute video.
And we led with, this
And
isn't hate.
in the beginning, in the first 2 minutes of the 22-minute video, it started off, I would say it started off cold in terms of establishing where we were even at with Elliott.
Exactly,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? And I think it's funny that out of the 22 minutes,
Can't even find it.
he gave us the first 2 minutes, no description, no bio.
No
You know what I'm
context.
saying?
We don't
No-
even know how he felt about
No
it.
context. But I know, no, we know because this shit is in his skin. Like, his blood is boiling.
It's the beige.
I don't know what it is.
But-
I don't know, but he was red as fuck. Like he's red. Like I know when he was watching it, he was steaming red. You know what
we
I'm
made
saying?
him blush.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like
That's heartwarming, nigga.
I get that vibe. So it kind of bothered me. It didn't bother me when he posted it. I'm not. That didn't bother me. It's just like I can't believe how it is affecting him. That's what bothering me. Like,
And you know what's interesting?
Yeah.
We didn't even really go in that
Bro,
clip.
we didn't go
you
in,
can
bro.
tell that was at the point of the podcast where we just emptying out the clip. It's been about 2 hours and 15 minutes. I'm tired. Justice got work in the morning.
Bro,
First of all,
I'm
we
low-key
don't
disappointed.
We didn't give him the dibble dab.
We don't even need that excuse because we wasn't
not-
tired.
it's
It
not-
was like in the middle of the show.
It's not an
And
excuse. It's an
it-
observation.
but it wasn't even that bad. And I feel you though. Like I'm a little confused on the angle at which he's trying.
I feel like I understand the several different angles that it is, but I'm like disappointed in Elliott.
Yeah, the no context part is kind of weak too.
That's the thing that like that's the shit where when I saw it, I was like, man, roll the podcast. Like because I'm disappointed in him and this is like
You think he's like looking down on us like
We supposed to be
it's
small
real
fry.
feminine. It's real feminine how he's punching back.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
supposed to be
saying?
small fries to these Big Macs.
And then
But-
for these things to get to you the way that they get to you, like to post as no content. So like I said, like out of the 22 minutes, first 2 minutes were the coldest. I'll say that. But I feel like we gave a fully flushed out explanation.
it takes a minute to do what we do. Like we're building the bricks and eventually we get to the,
And people that listen to podcasts know that. This is long form content. We're not making 3-minute joints. I guess I was a little irritated.
Because I wonder if he even
man.
watched the whole thing because it's weak.
100%.
But that's the weakest part if he did because those are the same niggas who are bigger than us who were gonna say, oh, these niggas always clip shit up and only take things out of context. Well, what are you doing?
Well, Hypocrisy is just human nature.
I was about to say, like, we might end up doing that by accident. You feel me?
You think
We
so?
never know.
You know, we talk for hours on these different podcasts, and it's been a few years. You eventually gonna say something you don't agree with no more. It's
That's
bound
true.
to happen.
That's true. That's definitely gonna happen.
It should happen because
Because you should be
on
growing.
if you're on a proper course for
Yeah.
growth and
Oh
evolution.
yeah, for
You
sure,
should
for
be
sure.
growing. So that's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah, it disappoints me because yeah, these niggas are just like
Saddens you.
it saddens me that some of the elders in media are like this.
You know, they're a little dinosaurish.
And he
Yeah.
said,
It's hard
That's,
to,
I think that's the thing that
Like it shouldn't have rubbed him that way.
I don't think it should. I don't think it should. I don't think it should. But at the same time, that's how I know that everything we're doing is correct.
yeah, well,
You know what I'm saying? And then
Right.
like, let's not get it
So-
fucked up.
so
You know
we're
what I'm
ruffling
saying?
feathers.
So it's like, I understand. I'm disappointed in how you react, but at the same time, everything that was said on these couches obviously was done correctly. Because we've been saying shit for years.
well,
Right.
This is not the first. This is not the first.
let's not get egotistical. Not
I'm-
everything might not. It
That's
might not
true.
be correct.
That's true. That's
but
true.
it's honest, and we break it down, and we
Right.
hold each other accountable.
something rang true in that because it is. It's simply all we were trying to say in a very nice manner the first time was that you're a little boring.
Right.
That's
You're not
all
you're not
it
as
is.
entertaining, really.
There's people in the comments even on that post that was like, we see the argument that they're getting at
Right.
because we're not just hating from down here for no reason. Not
No,
at all.
no,
actually.
no,
We just
not at all, not
commentate
at all,
on what
not
we
at all.
see. And you
Yeah, for sure.
And I've been seeing this a lot lately in the comments because we give our opinions, and especially us two right here. We're both young as a motherfucker.
Yeah.
So people seem to think that if you weren't born before 9/11, that you shouldn't be talking on the microphone.
You have no right to any opinion.
No,
ever.
that's true.
We
That is
both were
true as
born
well.
before 9/11,
But
just for the record. I was at daycare, but it was still, I was alive. I was
Yeah.
kicking.
It was still something. I knew something was happening.
I was a sentient being.
Yeah.
It is something weird about that. But shout out to Elliott, man. It's no hard feelings. You know what I'm saying?
but you
I
know-
think it just shows their ignorance. Because of
No,
course,
but I don't-
of course you're supposed to listen
You
to
don't
the
wanna say
elders
that.
and always keep an open ear. But there's things that knowledge is like, it's got two different faces. It's the past and the present. They know
Yeah.
what's been, but we see what's coming. So
Right,
if you
right.
refuse to listen to us in the same way that a young nigga would be hard-headed with an old head, you just as stupid as a young nigga.
Right.
But
Right.
I'm not gonna say that because I don't know what angle they're coming from. They might have just posted this as because like we was talking before, they posted a Cameron clip of like Cameron just talking
Yeah.
shit. So it might have been just a thing.
The Cameron clip.
If you haven't seen it,
I just
it's
thought
amazing.
about this. This is light skin war. This
Yeah.
is like light skin war. This is the shit Kanye was talking about. How like Drake won't dish you, but he'll sub you, or just like do something little.
Yeah.
It's a beige battle.
Yeah.
These are beige war strategies. That's why I'm so like appalled. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he's just like posting clips, no context. But
context.
with the Cameron thing, that confused me.
Very squinty.
I didn't know.
he's-
I didn't know if we could link the two together. But
Because he's saying these niggas got me fucked up and I'm about to show them. That's what I'm saying. It
Gotcha.
might not be like these brothers are crazy, like on
See,
some blackball type.
it
It
could have
might
been
not
that.
be like
It
that.
could have been that. But then another thing that I was thinking when Cameron was like naming those people in the beginning of the clip, he didn't mention Rap Radar or B-Dot or Elliott, or anybody like that. So I was like, did Cameron reach out to him? And then like Elliott didn't respond. And then now
we
Cameron
have-
Cameron is dropping this like I'm on you niggas' heads. So it was like Elliott knew he was talking directly to Cameron was talking directly to him. I didn't know if it was one of those situations.
I don't know. It sounds like we're really shooting in the dark on that one.
I mean, bro, these tweets
Yeah.
are like 7 hours apart.
Yeah.
So it's even trying to blend the two together.
And he
It's-
might have watched it 7 hours ago. Like we don't know how. Shit, we dropped it a week ago.
That's
You
true.
feel me?
That's true. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
It's-
It might be a reach just trying to put two.
That's what I'm saying.
Two
We-
tweets together that were 6 hours apart.
We're all a
7
little
hours
frustrated, due to the past, instance with Big Sloth.
apart. Hey, Big Sloth.
So we're
Shout out
having
to
a
Big
lot
Sloth.
of,
Big Sloth's got an appearance on this episode.
A
Again.
lot of OGs are mad at,
Yeah. It does disappoint me that
We
because those
pissing
are
off the Hall of Famers.
because those are some of the people that like those are some of the people that I would take like I would enjoy like having lunch with them.
Getting advice.
You
and
know what I'm
talking
saying?
game.
With an Elliott.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't turn that down. No, you know what I'm saying?
not.
Like as somebody who has been in it, even if you're not adapting to the new times, you're still somebody. Just like Charlamagne, we've had criticism for Charlamagne. I'm not turning down a lunch or a conversation with them because there's always something to learn. There's still things that I'm learning from them.
he might turn it down now.
He might turn it down now, but that's what I'm saying. It's
I think about that often. There's
that's the not reaching down and
Yeah.
that's the gatekeeping thing. That's the not guiding the people under you, guiding the next generation.
Is it gatekeeping if you genuinely don't like them?
No, not at all. No.
But that's why it feels like gatekeeping to me, because I think that thing being posted out of context is just a way to be like, look at these shit talking niggas without anything, and like the homies who are a part of the industry. You know what I'm saying? Next time they see us, they're gonna be on that shit.
That's the opposite of gatekeeping. Elliott just threw us the rope, nigga.
You think so?
You know how many people he just put us in front of?
No, I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying.
This is an acclaimed journalist who people in the moguls and media respect and follow on Twitter.
It may backfire, but I almost kind of feel like it's one of those things, like a silent dog whistle, like a. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like a, yo, by the way, these niggas.
I don't think that.
See, I'm the type of nigga.
No. I do think.
You know what I'm saying?
I think it could be that. That could always be a thing as well, too.
Right.
You never know when you go somewhere and you can't figure out why you might not be getting an opportunity.
Exactly.
You know,
That's
just
what
like
I'm
how
saying.
Charlamagne was talking about, like, I talk about political figures, now I can't get a home insurance.
There's
That's
a
what I'm
glass
saying,
ceiling now. It's a cap that you can't see through.
There's people blocking things in the background.
Yeah, and
that
it's not to
for
say
sure
it won't,
happens.
it's not to say it won't be circumvented, and
You
it's not
never
to say
know.
that. Yeah, and it's not to say that.
But
won't
with,
be
but with
Go
no
ahead.
context, it could come off.
It could come off that way.
Come off that
so that's
way.
why I'm like, that's the only thing I kind of see too as a potential, but it may not be that. It may not.
And at the same time, what we eventually came down to say, and what Joe Budden said in a really nice way, is the content is boring, and it's not the first thought for a large demographic of people. There's a certain demographic of people that when Rap Radar drops, they run in to check out a Rap Radar. For somebody who is into that type of media space and
retirement homes, public library diapers, maybe a few Barnes and Nobles.
So even the people that are into consuming this type of content,
that's a Starbucks cafe type of blog.
that's an email list. You
Or
know,
if
like,
I'm really just going somewhere for just game only.
What you
Like for like an interview, like for some interview on a game only, like
you just want data and facts.
and
You don't
info.
want entertaining questions and funny moments.
Then I might I'll go there, but it's like it's typically gonna be based on a guess,
Which is
and
what
wanting
they
to do that.
Which
so.
is what they specialize
That's
in.
the only time I'm going there.
I honestly think that a homeroom x Rap Radar podcast would be phenomenal. Because our strength is their weakness, and their weakness is our.
That's a
you know
fact.
what I'm trying to say.
I know. We get what
yeah,
you're saying. We
Like
get
them
what you're
niggas
saying.
is good with the X's and O's and the writing of things, and we relay the information.
Right, that's a fact.
Entertaining fashion.
That's a fact. And maybe we can say the things that they wish they could say, but they can't say. You never know.
Literally,
You know?
they're
'Cause
just too nice.
Somebody had commented on something I had said, because I was like, he's too corporate. And somebody was like,
And then bigging up Zane Lowe.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, they really didn't like that.
And
Zane
Elliott-
Lowe live.
Elliott Wilson was like, Elliott, like saying like he's too corporate, like really
Right,
being
right,
sarcastic.
right,
so
right.
I don't know. Elliott might be a nigga.
It was a joke.
Yeah.
There's no niggas named Elliott.
It's a lot of
There's a
niggas
lot of
named
niggas named
Elliott.
Yeah, it's-
Niggas?
yeah. It's
Elliott.
it's
They
few
might be
niggas
in
named
Maine
Elliott.
or somewhere.
They just call him.
There's no
Somewhere
niggas in
cold.
Maine.
But they just call him E. You know a bunch of E's. You ain't know his name was Elliott.
But you know what I mean by nigga? I mean like the Boosie badass with a GAH on the
Oh,
end.
well, now we're getting
Nigga.
Oh, you taking it real.
I'm
Like,
about to say.
Very literal.
yeah.
I mean, Gunplay's name could be Carlton for all we know. We never know.
That's why, nah,
Come on.
never.
It
He's
happens.
from Florida?
It happens.
It does happen.
No, that shit
It
happens.
does happen.
That shit
Yeah,
happens.
it does happen.
No, bro. When I
Yeah.
found out Mac Miller's name was Malcolm, named after Malcolm X, I was like, what?
Yeah.
Exactly.
He
I
was
did not
named after Malcolm X?
Yes.
Look at that.
Nah.
See,
Yeah, I had no idea that. Yeah, shit like that.
there's a Carrington
I
out
believe
there
it.
right now with a Glocky on him. Carrington.
A Carrington?
A
Oh
Carrington.
yeah,
For sure.
for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's got to overcompensate for that weak ass name. I would do the same.
Nah, man.
But definitely shout out to Elliott though. I did rewatch that clip
I did too.
because anytime
I rewatched the whole thing.
anytime somebody like gets upset, Elliott's not the first person.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if he's upset, but
He's not
just,
our first irritated.
Yeah,
irritant.
even
Yeah.
if we don't even know because there was no context. But long story short, anytime somebody has responded to our content, normally I go back just to see. Okay, let me just see if there was really any parts where we were
Yeah.
like, man, fuck this nigga and fuck this
Right.
bitch. You
Let
know
me
what I'm
be
saying?
honest.
That's only
I do,
happened, like,
I do
once.
I do always want to check that just so I can make sure if anybody said that at any point, all this energy is warranted.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like-
So let me just make sure we didn't like say anything, because I know when we get into it, sometimes it could come off.
We could hurt a few
It
feelings.
could come off where it's like it's just straight disrespect. You know what I'm saying?
And with no context, it sounds so
Yeah.
personal. Like
It
we
feels
really
the most
taking it.
personal.
I don't know,
Yeah,
man.
it feels the most personal with no context.
Yeah. And just because
yeah.
you're an OG doesn't mean we have to start off by sucking you. You know what I'm saying? We don't have
Yeah.
to do that.
And
Yeah,
then
no get sucked on this podcast. Not a single one.
Mark both of those
yeah,
areas.
but
Oh shit.
But I feel like they think that we be they think that we be on Axe. They think we be on Axe meat. But that's the thing. It's like, damn, bro. I'm like, bro. I remember us killing Axe for like 4
Nigga,
weeks straight.
Literally, it depends on the day of the week.
anybody with controversial, opinions, they claim they're
Axe babies.
Yeah, Axe cousins or something. You know what I mean? They're related.
For them to hate Act that much, but then call a lot of people his kids. That says a lot.
It does.
You know what I'm saying?
You know,
like
to have so many children.
you have so
you're
many
a breeder.
children, and apparently you ain't shit. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of people. I don't even think a lot of people realize when they do that.
When they do
either.
that, yeah.
I
that's true.
mean, they call Donald Trump, Hitler's child. So
Really?
it
Oh,
could
shit.
be.
I didn't know that.
It's not a good thing, really. They're actually disrespecting us
Yeah, they are, which is crazy.
because they don't like Act. But
Yeah.
and didn't somebody tell us like, y'all don't want to mess up your relationships and future
It's
relationships?
always
Yeah.
been that's always
Did
a
somebody
thing.
say something?
I
That's
don't-
something I
It's always
think
been a
about
thing.
Like
because we talk about a lot of big industry heads,
Yeah.
No, we do.
and they
yeah.
might not favor what we say.
I
I feel like
thought about that, but then it's the same thing though. It's the same at the same time.
yeah.
ESPN runs every day, and they're talking about LeBron James, Steph Curry, the same big names over and over again. They go out there on the court and they play their game, and then when the cameras come on, the Stephen A. Smith plays his game. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like you can not like it, but at the same time, are we gonna act like Stephen A. Smith's not that nigga?
Yeah.
Yeah, and
know what I'm saying?
I think that's also what makes us great because none of these people are our homies, so we could be completely honest.
Right. But the respect is always there unless something
Yeah.
happens to where you lose
It's just
the
people
respect.
want you to start off by saying how much you respect a person. But if I start off every
Yeah.
conversation that way, then what am I doing?
Yeah, if I start off bowing down to you, I don't know if I can fuck with that shit. I
Yeah,
can't
nah.
fuck with that shit.
Yeah.
It's not.
I can't, because then
Ego won't allow it.
it's not always like it's just it just
It's like at
wouldn't
this
happen.
point, that's not even what we're talking about. We're talking about how you fucked up right now, or we're talking about whatever the news is. Like, you know,
That's
what
the
I'm
crazy thing too. I enjoyed the Joe Budden podcast at Rap Radar, but
saying? Yeah, it was good.
I mean, y'all deliver what y'all normally deliver.
They
was
gave
just-
it easy like Sunday morning.
Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
that's the best way to put it. So
Yeah.
I fucked with it, but all right. So yeah,
Elliott.
You gonna be on Twitter tomorrow, nigga.
yeah. Shout out to Elliott though. Let's jump into these topics.
Elliott struck a chord.
With me?
Yeah.
Oh no, for sure. Yeah. Well, I was fine until I saw the Instagram.
Yeah, of course.
That was it was just like
Straw that broke the
That was the
camel's
nail
back.
in the coffin.
I was
right?
like, why are you so hurt right now? You know what I'm saying? But whatever. But we on to the next thing. Now, I don't even know we're gonna be able to have a full conversation about this. Even though I didn't realize something that could be beaten to the ground like this. Adam22, Lena The Plug, shooting with
Beaten to the ground.
Jason, right? Yeah, oh yeah, Jason, whatever his name is. You know what I'm saying?
beaten to a pulp. for real.
The BBC, which
Jason
is what-
Monster
Yeah,
or whatever
Yeah,
his
Jason
name
Monster.
is.
Bro, I had no idea that. I mean, when he announced it, I really didn't think, because we only shoot this show once a week. Every Tuesday, 7 o'clock, it drops on YouTube. But I didn't realize that this would take over every headline, bro.
This is all that matters.
Bro, this was literally the hottest news this entire week, and this got announced the same time we released the last show. So I'm like, we're literally on day 7 right now of this,
Yeah.
This
and
is
it's still new videos coming out.
This is a traditional theme throughout history. Like, you know how there's always gonna be rom-coms about like a boy meets girl type story? That's because it's relatable as shit. Every man fears what is happening to Adam.
Yeah. Especially every white man, you got to specify that.
Everyone, no,
it's black dudes
because
doing it,
there's
too.
black men scared that there's somebody bigger and blacker ready to knock down their girl.
That's a
Yeah,
fact.
that and
It's a reality.
there's certain black dudes doing that are okay with that too.
Yeah,
Which
they,
is-
they chick.
All right, let's get this clear. How do we all feel about that?
I wouldn't do it.
Okay.
Like cuck shit.
Yeah, well, it's
Well,
what he did. It's not necessarily
Right, because of
This
the
isn't
porn
cucking.
industry and what
This
they
is
do.
executive producing.
Right, because of
which
their
is-
business. It's not the same thing. But they're also married, so is it kind of the same thing or nah?
I think that's the
No.
wildest part,
That's-
honestly. The
you know what
fact
I'm
that
saying?
this is
That's-
coming right at 1
Doesn't
month
that
after
change the
marriage.
dynamic a little bit, my nigga?
Nah,
like,
I think it even solidifies the love even more.
I'm not
You
saying
feel
it
me?
don't solidify
exactly
the
what-
love, but
that's
I'm
what Adam
saying
said.
if we're gonna look at the definition of the shit, like you getting your wife getting smashed with somebody else, I don't
But
know.
if we're
But
being honest,
getting- yeah,
because
go ahead.
he even Adam said this like, I've been fucking girls for years,
I guess.
years.
Okay, that sound like.
But it sounds
Go
like
ahead.
a parachute for his emotions.
Yeah,
of
right,
course.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
it is a point, and if you're being honest, especially on that level,
It's a point
like
in
you
that.
gotta, hey,
I mean, that's true.
Yeah.
But when
You gotta charge to the game.
But when you really examine what's happening, like, what is sex to Adam22?
Nothing. It's sneezing.
It's not-
He's
yeah, it's
busted
nothing,
1,000 nuts over the past fucking decade.
That's true.
You
Yeah,
get what I'm
that's
saying?
true.
Like, it's not. It doesn't hold the same sentiment that
That's
what
true.
it would to you, because you don't
Yeah.
fuck on film for a living.
They have a different dynamic in their relationship to begin with, so I wouldn't even be able to understand it.
He's cool with his girl being naked for the world to see to
Right,
begin with. That
right,
pussy is
right.
public domain.
That's
Yeah.
true.
So that's like
Yeah,
that's like the
that's true.
stepping stool drug to something like this.
He's
happening.
gonna be okay. I think most people are hurt for him because of how they feel about their shit.
Anytime this nigga's on the mic,
I don't think it's that. I think the main thing is because they've been together for 7 years, and I hate that. I hate that I know how long they've been together based off of how much publicity there's. But the thing is, for like 7 years, there's like a lot of clips of Adam saying this shit would never happen.
Oh, that's true.
And
Yep.
I wouldn't be able to do that.
Yeah,
what did I say before?
So yeah,
We
it's,
talk a lot on film.
Yeah.
We're eventually going to disagree with some shit that we said.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
true.
yeah.
Opinions
So-
change
Yeah, so that's pretty much why everybody think. And I mean, honestly,
because of the hypocrisy. It's like the greatest story ever told.
it's because we all believe that because he said it for so long that in his heart he doesn't want to do it. So now anytime we hear him say things like, I mean, I've slept with dozens or hundreds of women over the last 7 years. She hasn't had any issues with it. Blah, blah, blah. It's only fair. I'm blocking her career. We all looking at that like, yeah, but we hear you saying that. But
Right.
we also know in your soul or in your heart, you don't want to do this.
But this
Correct.
is also
So-
how you're supposed to love a woman. Like, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like, you're
yeah.
supposed to be detached to a certain degree to where, a big black dude popping your girl, it's like, whatever.
So you're okay with it?
I'm not saying I'm okay with it, but this is the level of, like, when niggas say the word, pimping, you might want to blur that.
That's exactly what I was about to get into.
That's
Yeah.
what it really is.
He's not
get what I'm saying?
branding this correctly. Like,
Okay.
Yeah,
go
this is
ahead.
bad
something I
marketing,
would-
right?
This
Yep.
is something I would never allow in my situation. Like, this could
Gotcha.
never fucking happen.
Gotcha.
But that's because I'm not pimping enough.
Right,
apparently.
right.
But Adam's not gonna play that card like that.
Yeah.
He needs to go talk to Sharp behind the scenes real quick. Get some
some player, get some
soliloquies
But
to
they-
spit.
they
It sound
did
like
one-
Sharp need to go to him.
Well, they did one. I mean, not only did like this whole announcement come out where she dropped this little pinned tweet, but like he said it on like 3 or 4 different shows. Like he also gave it a full rollout through No Jumper, and then one of the rollouts was with Brick Baby, Court, and Sharp.
He's supporting his
And
wife.
Sharp was pretty much like, you're a real man to know that you're blocking her career by not letting her sleep with other men on film.
Yeah,
and then he
see?
was like, it takes a man to know that.
It takes, no, nigga, it takes a manager to raise a star.
yeah.
Nigga
So,
say he's not one of them P. Diddy type that he's gonna be all in the camera and the videos.
Right,
Yeah.
right. But long story short, it seems like even this week, even this week when he's telling multiple people and like people are asking him about it and questioning him about it, he seems like throughout the week he's gotten better at responding to it as well too.
He's learning along the way.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
A lot of people are they're saying like this some white guy shit.
Yeah,
It is,
there's definitely a certain
it's-
there's certain dynamic to that for sure.
it's
No, that's
true.
that's the surface level diagnosis.
It is.
but it is a
extremely.
lot of
There's
different
nigga-
races.
I was about to say there's niggas with this affliction of all complexions.
Exactly.
Absolutely,
For sure.
absolutely. But yeah,
But nah,
when he
it's-
first,
he just wanted him-
I put some videos in there though of when he first said it,
Okay.
and it was with Destiny and Destiny, Crip Mac, and Poetic Flacco. Now the funniest part was,
Shout out Flacco.
shout out to Flacco, but
Yes,
the funniest part was C-Mac was like the voice of reason in this clip.
Yeah.
Which was like, that shit was just like, that was golden. Like,
That speaks to the level of the temperature of the room.
Nigga.
so all of like,
Jail
out of
did a
all the
number on
things
it.
that we've seen out here, he was speaking to like the questions that all men have. Like, you was like disappointed though, right? Cuz?
Yeah.
Bro, that shit is funny as hell.
And he said, "Did you like look at it different when you got it back?"
I was about to
And
say.
he was like, cut, that's your cinch, cut. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, let's watch this. This joint is funny as hell.
You ready for my announcement?
This is Samoan work.
I would like to share this with you.
Oh, yeah, come on, cuz.
All right. And I feel like Destiny might have a perspective on this. But so I've been with my girl for 7 years. We just got married. We're not in an open relationship, but from a porn perspective, we shoot with other girls, stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
But no other guys is busting her coochie and ass out.
Well, you guessed it. Over the weekend,
Something like that happened.
He said it
she
like
filmed her
of course,
first ever scene with another man.
I know you was mad.
Shit.
You was
I mean,
angry.
I agreed to it, so I wasn't. I say angry might not be the word.
But you was kind of like disappointed a little bit. Like, you vibe like, cuz, that's your cinch.
You know, I agreed to it.
good.
She gave me a lot of outs on the way in. Like, she
Yeah.
kind of kept telling me, like, if you don't want me to, I won't do it.
You should
know,
have said no.
I said that I wanted
You
her to
already
do
got
it. I'm
millions
like,
on top of millions of dollars, Adam. You didn't do that shit.
fair enough. But I
Come
told
on,
her, I'm like, I think you should do it.
That's all I wanted to
He's
say.
pleading. He's like,
Yeah, he's pleading that this isn't true.
This nigga sounds like
Yo.
a camp counselor.
I saw AD talking about it with academics.
I saw that. That was kind of crazy.
Academics was like, yo, my hands are shaking thinking about this. I was like, yo, this nigga, I'm shaking right now.
The one thing AD said, like, that was kind of wild to me was he was like, in a couple years, if he happens to would do some sort of like trans,
Yeah.
it wouldn't surprise him. I was like, damn, that was kind of crazy.
That's a reach.
AD.
That was kind of wild to
How
say.
you go
That's a
from
big
cucking
jump.
to
That was a big jump.
It's a big jump.
We just
But-
crossed the threshold of Adam
that's a-
letting.
But
He
that
might know
just-
someone who don't know.
But that just
That's
shows
true,
you
yeah.
his moral compass. He would never allow any man to enter his property.
True.
That just shows you his moral compass.
Yeah.
Because he's saying, like, he's just.
He said, "Get your balls off my lawn."
Yeah. So, but yeah,
man.
C-Mac bringing up all those points, rapid fire, clear minded.
Like Elliott Wilson, nigga, journalist.
Yeah,
yeah.
bruh. It's like every time I'm like, C-Mac is not fit. Maybe he's not fit to be in front of the camera. I'm like, no, this nigga's on point. It's
This
just this is who he.
motherfucker-
This
But
who he is.
This
Is there-
motherfucker's a stoop.
Yeah.
But is there a number for y'all?
A number of what?
If a
Oh,
billion,
to like millions.
if a
in order to-
billionaire, you know, to eyeing your girl is like, you know, I would like to have her for the night. You know what I mean? What's your price?
No, there wouldn't be a number on it because, at least for me, because I wouldn't even have, like, if that was my wife. Now, if it was just like some chick I was fucking with, but like I fuck with her strong.
But your girl, nigga, your
There's-
girl, your wife,
your
it's all
girl-
the same. Like you care about.
no, wife is
No, that's
different.
different. Wife is different.
There's a like wife is like the final level.
But that just
Yes.
changes. So wife is just not happening.
Yeah, I think for me that was the craziest part was that they initiated this 1 month after
Marriage.
the marriage.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I mean, he's playing into this on Twitter. They're playing back and forth with this on Twitter. This might have all been some sick marketing rollout they developed 6 months ago.
And plus,
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I'm not even mad at that
This
either.
might have been
nigga.
the,
But that was the most like, goddamn, this is.
but nigga,
She got an extended honeymoon.
exactly. And nigga, before you get married, you're already married for like 7 months.
That's what I was gonna say.
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure, for
So
sure.
it's not like they just got married. You know what
Yeah,
I
and
mean?
that mean they have a kid together, so
Yeah.
they've
Kid.
done. I mean they've done a lot in the last
Yeah.
7 years. So,
Yeah, nah, this couldn't happen with my girl. I'm
Nah,
not
hell
having
no.
none of that shit. My
But-
ex, yes.
but they're
I might have given my ex up for 500,000.
yeah. But there's
Be
definitely
completely honest with you.
there's definitely
and a bologna sandwich.
How much is your girl worth?
The priceless.
yeah.
You can't touch
There's
it. nigga.
Whatever. Nigga.
I don't know what the
you-
number. I don't know what the number would be. But
You
if it
said that
was
like
just
you got a
10
price.
million,
Nah,
10.
I
You
get
want it for
that.
10?
20.
nah. There's
Nah,
no
bro, there's
number.
no number.
30.
Bro.
There's not a number.
Nah.
Keep
This is,
going.
this is the thing that's also
Let's see
interesting
how high
too,
you
though.
can count, nigga.
I think this is the thing that's also interesting. You are who you are in your position right now, which is why C-Mac was saying, and what a lot of people say about Adam even transitioning into corn activity was you're already a multimillionaire.
You don't
You know what I'm
have
saying?
to do this.
Yeah, you don't have to do
This
it.
is a
So
side quest.
That's like the biggest thing. So like if it was a side quest, it's definitely priceless.
He wanted to level up his pimping. He wanted to see how far he could go. It's like skydiving. Like it's just a just one of those thrills you get.
He's like Tom Cruise. He wants to do all his own stunts.
You know what I mean?
He's willing to put his own body on the
Well,
line.
he's already done the millions and been successful thing. I mean, he's definitely knocked that out the park. You know what I'm saying? So
now
at this point, he's like, I need to level up my pimping up.
And
he
all-
needs to level up his PR. He needs to let the homeroom or MenaceMaterial come on the team and do his marketing for him.
Well, I don't know.
Because I put this nigga in a suit and try to make him a candidate at the Players Board.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. This right now, this marketing around this, I think this kind of masterful.
It might have been their trump card the whole time, bro.
he
This
played
might
it-
have been what he had.
I'm thinking
in the,
this is
in the-
pretty masterful. What better position to take than I'm like we said throughout the week, we've seen all elements. It seemed like he was really crushed. He know what happened.
Yeah.
It felt like in the beginning when he first told us, she forced him into it. Then now he's playing into it, and he's even like trolling and I don't know. It seems like this
He's
is all,
playing-
him playing. Then he happens to schedule an interview with 𝔓𝔦𝔑𝔓𝔦𝔑, you know, who's also has a legendary cuck story.
It's a
the
odd
rollout
moment.
seems pretty.
It's an
masterful.
odd moment for him because he hurt for real, but at the same time, he's like, I finally got a grip on niggas again. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I
Like,
don't know if this is calculated. He might have just been tumbling for so long.
Yeah,
that now
true.
he's having a moment of serendipity that's
You know what
really
I'm
going
saying?
crazy.
That's true, but if this was all planned, it feels really nice.
Oh,
if,
nah,
if-
that'd be
if
messy.
he's going crazy,
This
you
was
know?
definitely planned. Adam
Yeah.
is a smart man. He
Yeah,
knows
don't-
what he's doing.
I
What
knew
do
he
you
was
di-
gonna come back.
What do you diagnose him with?
Oh, yeah. So I brought this Simply Psychology book, and I think this brother has some insecurity issues,
A little projection going on, some shadow work needed.
inferiority complex. That's what I think. Okay, so
Let's get a little excerpt.
to
nigga.
describe a condition in which a person suffers from an overwhelming sense of inferiority that they cannot overcome. He believed that someone with an inferiority complex will often try to overcompensate by example, being aggressive or competitive in the company of others. All right. Which I don't even know. It's like,
Is that applicable?
is Adam?
I ain't seen him. He ain't really
Yeah,
bucking
he ain't
on
really
niggas
like
like
that.
that.
Is he-
No.
But put it this way, in the world, is he a legend now because of what he's done?
He's
No,
definitely.
he's not the only one. A lot of these stars have girlfriends. I mean, boyfriends.
But Adam is he's like an outsider. He's not like really like in the porn.
He's a freelancer, right?
Well, no.
He's,
I think he's fully immersed in it. He's fully immersed in it for sure.
He's of the
You think
industry,
so?
but he's a sovereign nation, right?
yeah, he's like Chance
he
the
doesn't
Rapper.
have a Pornhub like Brazzers deal.
No,
You
okay,
get what I'm saying?
okay, you're right.
like a Chance the Rapper type.
Even
of,
though he is in it fully, his wife is way more like she's an established star.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
she was
they're not the
horned.
same.
She's been horned.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She been doing it. She's the one that revolutionized private Snapchat.
And I think he probably respects that to a certain degree.
Yeah.
that like she's been in the
that
game
hustle.
for a little bit.
And she had a moment. Like she ushered in a moment because most people say that she was like one of the first people with the private Snapchat, and that was a booming industry for a while before OF came.
Yeah.
And then when OF came, it was an easy transition, but they had already kind of
So she was a pioneer.
she pioneered a new wave of pornography,
Yeah.
which is some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that is something.
She's going down in the Hall of Fame right next to Lisa Ann.
Which is why he said he feel like he's been blocking her career. And I guess if we're looking at it objectively,
he has been.
he has been for sure. Especially in terms of we can definitely say that she pioneered a specific wave.
Yes. There's a demographic of people that can consume his content that he's just ignoring because they're
Yeah.
not providing that.
And-
they want that chocolate vanilla swirl.
Yeah, they do.
And has the stock on Lena been high because she hasn't been fucking other men for years? You get what I mean?
It's-
Like it's almost
that's-
like
oh, yeah.
the exclusivity.
it's coveted.
Yes.
You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So
Yeah.
this
So people are running to that.
Dude's stock is about to go up too.
Yeah.
The dude Jason.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
His
Because he's
about-
the one who
that got the crack.
He's the one that got it. Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
already like Mr. Summer. You know how Will Smith had a run where he was the biggest, blackest movie star?
Oh yeah. That's right.
He's
Every
that
movie
of
and
the
shit.
porn
Yeah.
world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to
he
be the
is.
black guy in every scene
He
now.
is. Yeah. This put a crazy stimulus package on his career
I didn't even
too.
think about that. He's
He was-
Thanos now.
He was one white woman away from stardom.
Is
this is it.
Is this video gonna do more than Ray J and Kim K?
Yeah.
I feel
Hold
like
up.
it's on
That's a good question.
that level of like just like a
In the popular lexicon, what it means to society.
it's just one of those things, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
He might be the next. Yeah,
Just
damn.
as impactful. You get what I'm saying? Like
I don't think anything
What
could be
can I-
as impactful just because when that whole thing was happening, Paris Hilton, Kim Kardashian, that was so early, bro. Like
Yeah, back
it
when
was
they
so
was
early because we never saw it really like that before.
But this is the new age of that.
It's
And
evolved.
there's
It might be
a
up
whole,
there. It
there's a
might be up
whole,
there.
there's a whole like storyline. Like they've been married. He's been fucking other girls for years.
Yeah,
He's been.
it's a crazy storyline.
This is
You
different
know.
than just a little cervix selfie coming out of an Escalade.
What was the
Yeah.
last big black dude, like big black celebrity that was a corn star? Was it Brian Pumper?
Bro,
Like the one-
Lexington Steele.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, but I feel like Brian Pumper was after him because Brian Pumper was like, huh? Marcus. Oh,
Marcus?
Mr. Marcus. Yeah, I think it's Mr. Marcus or something like that. The one that's how we found out who Superhead was, though.
He
Oh.
introduced us to
Oh, he
Corinne
introduced-
Stephens.
He introduced us to her, though. Yeah, that was the thing.
Oh, through a movie.
Through a film.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
But I feel like Brian Pumper was like the last. Well,
Well,
he still
you've
wa-
also-
I take that back. He still wasn't even A-list celebrity. This shit might make him A-list. This might make him like a low tier A-list
Oh,
celeb.
yeah, he could fuck around and be on E! News tomorrow morning.
After
Yeah.
doing this scene with Lena, he might be like
Yeah.
a low tier A.
What if Adam has him on to interview him?
But did they not do that? They didn't do the whole plug talk where we talk and ask some questions and then y'all get the fucking?
No,
Nah,
they
that
just
wasn't-
they just did a regular scene.
Yeah, because he didn't want to know. Okay, he couldn't
Yeah,
be
they
a
didn't
part
do.
of it in
Yeah,
any
they didn't.
regards.
Yeah, no, he couldn't.
Hey,
Wow.
Joe,
He
son.
said I was playing poker all day,
Yeah, high stake poker. He was gambling all day.
gambling all day.
Jesus.
Then he
Jesus
said,
nigga,
you know,
he was-
after it happened, made me feel some type of way, you know, but.
Because he's just thinking about like.
But he just
damn.
made a tweet where he was saying like, after a week of my wife getting destroyed, it's officially been a week since I let my wife do a corn scene with another guy. I felt a little jealous at first, but overall it wasn't that big of a deal. She's watched me sleep with hundreds of women and never affected our relationship. Sleeping with the gentleman has been amazing for both of our careers and our business. Plug Talk the show. Plug Talk show. Overall, I'm glad we did it. I'm happy to report her vajayjay has returned to original pre-BBC size.
How
He's
long
playing
do
it.
you wait to go back in it?
If he's about that, if this is something, honestly, if this is something that has always been a fantasy for him, he was in it the same night.
This is
He was
crazy.
in it as soon
He
as she
didn't
came
even
home.
let her wash up.
He was curious. He was like, "Is it any wider for real?"
Yeah, if it was,
was-
like, yeah, if
he
it
was
was,
like-
if
he was
this is
curious.
like part of his king, he probably
Yeah.
as soon as she came home.
Is that a symptom in the superiority complex?
That's
Or
just
inferiority complex?
that's just the
Yeah.
fetish that these niggas are into.
Undercompensating. It's something. I think. I don't know.
You really think this strengthened their relationship?
I really believe
For them,
in the,
for sure.
the love.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He probably waited until she was comfortable, like a gentleman.
You don't think there's like this crack and this chink in his armor that's always there now? No.
Nah, it doesn't mean the same thing to him.
Because and if you know the rumors are true about House Phone having a night with her, you know
First
what I mean?
to begin with.
Yeah,
That was
those-
one thing that was one thing the academic said that was crazy. He was like, if she really wanted to get the bag,
That'd have been crazy.
she would have done the scene with either me or House Phone.
Yeah, when he
I was
said
like-
that, I was like,
I was like, this nigga is crazy.
he's
Like,
trying to get in on this.
That was
He even-
crazy.
He even asked AD like, "Yo, AD, let's be honest. Like, what you
Yeah.
doing? Like, you doing?"
Yeah, bro. But hey,
That's
I think they're
sick.
gonna make millions on top of millions on top of millions. So, but I mean,
Then your
I'll,
girl pop.
I'll put this in this section. Now there are two other clips of C-Mac. There's only so much we could talk about with C-Mac. It's just these two clips that I just thought were so funny because it was just like
Yeah,
so he had that good moment when he was talking to Adam about the whole thing.
being a counselor.
And then he had these moments where it's like, where the gangbanger just be jumping out this nigga,
Yeah.
and just mid conversation, and he goes into the super villain voice and shit, and it's hilarious. But either one of the short clips.
Sound like Doofenshmirtz.
Yeah,
Crab Mac, do you watch any Red Pill stuff? You watch any online YouTuber people or whatever?
Nah, I gangbang, fool. I gangbang. I do my own interviews. I really don't go back and forth with the troll ass activities.
nah, man.
I could imagine that
No.
the red pill would not work out for him.
No.
Yeah, I was
I
about to
would
say, he
never
said the
look at
red
nothing
pill.
like
He set him up.
When you say gangbang, does that, I don't know how much you're allowed to talk about or not, but does that imply just like selling drugs or like more
Jesus Christ.
No, gangbanging means
violent
putting
activity
enemies
like
to
other?
rest.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, but
jeez.
you're not doing
Gangbang.
that on a consistent basis.
No,
So that's in the past, right?
Well, sir,
man, that's- oh, man.
that never happens.
Oh, man.
Gangbang. You're gonna
I'm a
get the
great-
boss. Gangbanging means putting enemies to rest.
Jesus. You said that shit like it's tattooed on his
Yeah, Jesus Christ, he really means it.
Putting enemies to rest.
And I was just about to say, like, jail did good for him because he been out and he just been working. Like,
been
his
working, though,
manager
for sure.
been
Yeah, he been
put him in the right spot.
I saw him at him and Crip Mac went to not Crip Mac, him and China Mac, which is so
Yeah.
confusing that they're both.
They're both
Macs or whatever.
C-Macs, yeah.
Yeah, C-Macs. But they just went to an amusement park. But China Mac be like, when I be seeing China Mac post Crip Mac, it be feeling like
Exploitive.
it be feeling real exploitive, bruh. It feels like
It's like giving Lotario a pudding contract.
exactly.
Yeah.
It feels like look who I got with me, y'all, and it's always like taking C-Mac to on a roller coaster, taking C-Mac to a Walmart. It's like
Yeah, like
this
he's
nigga's not a zoo exposition.
like animals
It's like
and
a
shit.
zoo
Yeah.
exposition, and you're showing them new life
Yeah.
experiences.
that's what white couples do with their black adopted kids and shit.
Exactly.
They treat them like a
Exactly.
class pet in elementary school. Everybody get to
Yeah.
take the turtle home on Fridays.
Yeah, that's how it feels every time I see China Mac post them. I'm like, this is weird. And it's always titled some weird shit like, y'all just go to the corner store. So, you know what I'm saying? Like,
C-Mac blowing bubbles.
yeah, stuff like that. That might go viral as hell too. Especially if they
C-Mac
put some like white girl music behind it.
Yeah.
And then he's just, oh, hood.
Yeah. 55th Street. Nah.
But this is another clip that was funny as hell.
and he's probably really fucking with Destiny because he's all blued out.
Yeah,
know
but
what I
then
mean?
he found out Destiny might be flexible, and he was like, "You what, cuz?"
Oh, the feds.
Yeah. So
Based on the question.
yeah.
Like pretend to be
Ticklish for the
somebody or whatever, right?
See, Mama Bear is a nice woman.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's a very nice woman.
Right.
Mama Bear, let's keep it 55th Street, on Hustlers. Mama Bear got millions. Tiny Hardhead FIP.
Really?
Yeah.
When I say on Tiny Hardhead FIP, I mean it.
Fuck would he say that? I
On
wouldn't mean it.
Hustlers, you fight me? But Mama
man.
Bear, she,
That shit. When I
Yeah.
say tiny hardhead FIP, I mean it.
Yeah, nah, he just turns into the goblin.
Bruh.
I
every
wonder.
That nigga Destiny is like, yeah, what the fuck? Why would you ask that shit? Like, immediately on
you know
his
he
side.
mean that shit.
I wonder what events are tied to that.
Yeah, because
Like
he's
that-
triggering
to
something.
that street.
He's triggering something every time.
You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Like
yeah.
what happened
Well,
to
I
make him
think
go
the
that
whole thing is when he got the Hoover Killer tattooed on his
Yeah.
forehead, it's because his like best friend died. So I think that was like his
Died.
best friend got killed. So that was like the
That's an origin story.
That's the catalyst to a lot of feel like people's stories. A family member, a best friend. Now it's like these people are my enemies
Yeah,
forever. You know what I'm
homicide.
saying? So
Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
which is the worst way to just like. It's so tragic for you to have that beef to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
because
I'm
it's contagious. Like,
Yeah, and
you
even
gonna
if
kill
you're not-
somebody and then that's gonna be their origin story, so they gonna kill another nigga.
right, and even if it's not, even if you're not a part of it, and it's just somebody that you know that you grew up with.
Yeah.
It's like, and then you hear multiple stories. You're like, what the like? Multiple people have been killed by these people. It's hard not to like
Yeah.
have that fuck you up for the rest of your life. And I
Yeah.
get that.
It's crazy. It's,
I don't get it, but I get it. You know what I'm saying?
it's unfortunate.
Yeah, for sure.
But thank God for, C-Mac being on his hustle.
Yeah, he's
Talking
on his
that
hustle,
shit.
staying out of trouble. You
You know,
know,
keeping his mind right because what he said to Adam sounded, pretty good.
it was clear and concise. But one more thing on No Jumper before we move out of this No Jumper. The Adam22 and Wack 100 show, I like that show.
You like it, huh?
I like it.
You like
It's
that?
grown
So-
on you.
yeah.
Well, the first episode was just the pilot, you know what I'm saying? And it was like Wack was going Clubhouse crazy a little bit. And I like Wack 100 Clubhouse, but I don't want you doing that on a podcast either. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, but
you just wanted some controlled chaos.
exactly. You still gotta see where it's going. And it was episode 1, and they're both
Yeah.
entertaining in their own right. But they're good chemistry, bro. They're good chemistry, dog. Because Wack 100 is funny. And Wack 100, even him talking to Adam about this whole Lena thing, it was funny because Wack been married for he's been with the same woman since he was 18 or something crazy
He's
like
mad
that.
comfortable with her.
Yeah, like
enough to lay on the
he's
bed.
he's one of those
butt-ass
dudes
naked.
that's got 30 years in his marriage type shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Like he's cheeks out on the sheets,
Yeah,
comfortable
yeah.
with her.
Yeah.
So, but that wasn't even with his wife apparently.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
He was
So
by himself.
yeah, no, he was with
He
somebody
definitely
else.
wasn't a Lone Ranger.
yeah, he wasn't alone. He definitely wasn't alone. He was with
He
with
had a Cody.
Apparently, allegedly, he was with a Clubhouse member. Somebody part of his, Wack 100 crew, whatever it goes.
His bandits.
His bandits, his online bandits or whatever. But Bro, the show is good, bro. Wack is funny.
Wack
he
is
don't let Adam, because on the No Jumper show now, it's just a bunch of people agreeing with Adam.
Yeah,
you know, you wanna. It feels like it's two old heads talking and chilling in a good way.
In a good way.
Because like they're both a little bit older. You know, Wack a little bit older, I guess. But,
I think he got Adam by like 15, 20 years probably. Because Wack is probably like 50.
yeah, but you know, Adam's like 35. You know what I mean?
It's like 39. I think he's almost 40. Yeah, they probably got him by 10, 15.
There's always going to be a natural contrast between them that's going to be entertaining because Wax is a hood nigga
43.
Wack.
Oh, damn, Wack looks way older than 43.
and Adam22 is a classic white guy.
He lived a hard life. But yeah, even Adam said that like we're complete opposites.
Yeah, this is always
it
going
works.
to work.
Yeah.
It works. It does work, bro. It's entertaining, bro. It's funny as hell.
So that second episode was it? I didn't watch the second
I
one.
fucked with the second episode.
Okay.
It was
Okay.
cool.
And Wack only fell into Clubhouse talk for like 10 minutes.
Okay.
He's
Five,
getting it
10
out of system.
5-10 minutes, and that was it. But just because I understand it's like an itch for him, you know what I'm saying?
And that's cool. You
He's
gotta let him.
You gotta let him get off what
yeah,
he
yeah.
specializes
Let
in.
him
That's
get
your
off.
go-to move.
Clubhouse paperwork, and then he did have a moment where like he was reading the paperwork transcript, and I was like, now if he cleans that up, that would be pretty entertaining because he was like, Cody defended, testifying, defended, said this.
He
Like,
read it like a fucking movie.
He read it like a movie low key,
And
but it
yeah.
feels like if he was like weaving it a little bit better, like and really selling that script, that would be some shit I'd tune into. Him reading the snitching conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
1090
man.
Jake got $1 million. He getting 5.
I was about to say
Hey, easily. For sure. For sure. Yeah.
some bigotry.
If 1090 Jake got $1 million off of exposing people for paperwork, then Wack is getting 5 off the rip.
I wanted to ask, is it snitching to tell if other people have snitched?
No, I was about to say that's
Is it-
probably the best career to have, and hood niggas probably love him for it.
What you
'Cause
mean?
You know what I mean? Like,
He's the Elliott Wilson of the hood.
nah.
I feel like it's so hard to have friends if snitching is that high of a priority for your friendship.
Yeah, because it's hard to be around that guy.
And it feels
Because
like
he's
everybody
exposing
snitches too.
It does
Like
feel
this-
that way.
You know what I'm saying?
That's something that it feels like for sure.
It feels like. I mean, when's the last time we saw a group that was held? The
We've been
last
duped,
group
bro.
we saw whole solid was
The new boys.
no.
They went down in flames. Actually,
Yeah, they
What was
blazed
the
themselves.
GS9?
That was a Bobby
Bob-
Smurder.
Bobby
Smurder's thing.
Smurder?
Yeah.
I feel like that was like the last time we saw a group of niggas doing illegal activity hold it down and didn't
Yeah,
completely
yeah.
just collapse in on each other.
It's always like one or two that hold it down, but the rest always collapse.
and
that was a
Bobby
lo-
was the one who snitched.
Yeah, and then before that, did he
On the
snitch?
tape
No,
he gathered it.
No.
Bobby was telling on the song,
Oh, yeah, for sure, for sure, yeah,
on
true.
all his songs actually.
Yeah. So yeah, true. But
Painted the
and then
perfect
maybe
picture.
before that was it like
Timestamps.
I guess before that was probably Irv Gotti. I know they had that big federal case.
It's like them niggas. You gotta remember way back when. You feel
Yeah,
me? Like
or
that shit
it was
was
a
We
long
really had to go to Elliott Wilson. He probably wrote an
he
article on
definitely
that shit.
he
Yeah.
definitely knows that for sure. But yeah, I think it was like Elliott Wilson, the Murder Inc. investigation, where he beat the feds, which is crazy.
Yeah.
You know
You know
what
what I'm saying?
That's a phenomenal feat.
Irv Gotti, Murder
Yeah.
Inc.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
They had that crazy case with the feds
Yeah.
that they beat, which is rare as hell.
Yeah, that's rare.
Anytime
That's rare.
that's like Boosie beating Death Row, a federal
Yeah.
Death Row is
Yeah.
like
That's crazy. That's
what the
crazy.
fuck,
It's like,
you know?
wow.
Yeah, bro.
And they
yeah.
beating cancer.
And
This
then
nigga
beating
beats
cancer.
everything.
Yeah,
God.
so yeah,
He's like
it's-
Magic Johnson. He's undefeated.
He never
Yeah.
loses.
So
Well, yeah.
how the hell did we get here?
I ain't
Oh,
gonna-
we're
I
talking
ain't
about
gonna
the
say he
Adam and
lost,
Wack
but,
show.
you know,
Magic Johnson's undefeated. You beat age, you can beat anything.
Well, I was talking about Boosie and his daughter being gay.
Oh.
But
Nah, he's gonna live through that. The only thing that could defeat Boosie is if his son was gay.
yeah.
Yeah. that-
Now, one of the things,
give him a stroke.
one of the other things that I did enjoy about one of the other reasons I like that their thing and their dynamic is because Wack does not let him get away with when Adam just says like complete bullshit.
Right.
Like he's not agreeing with everything he says.
That's
And it's
needed
like,
in podcasts.
Yeah, and it's like, and you could tell, and then I like you could tell they have a chemistry outside the camera as well too.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, it's good. I think it's gonna be good. I think it's
Right,
really
yeah.
going. I think it's really gonna hit, and they're gonna bring them numbers. Because at first I was worried on episode 1, of course, when majority of the episode or half the episode, Wack is talking about paperwork and clubhouse stuff.
Paperwork parties.
You know what
and
I'm
shit.
saying?
And,
So this
and squeezing
episode,
for new business.
yeah, but on this episode, we got to see them actually start developing the show, and I'm already liking where it's going.
Yeah, because that's
Yeah.
one of the most important things with the podcast is what is this shit about?
Yeah, yeah. So it's like,
Adam has enough of I'm talking about just current events and giving my opinions on things. Like, what is
Right.
this going to be?
Yeah.
But we kind of alluded to that last time too, because it's like the first episode's a pilot, and like it has to be fleshed out eventually.
true.
And then it's like, it hasn't even been long enough, really. Like, it's the second episode.
Yeah, it still hasn't been long enough.
Super early.
We gotta wait 2 months, but it's looking good. I never thought it was gonna be like terrible.
I didn't
Because
either.
it's Adam and
But
Wack.
I guess I wanted to bring it up too because I think that will be a show that I will start tuning back into No Jumper
Four.
Like,
Yeah.
you think
because
it could possibly save the channel?
during the collapse, I stopped tuning in because I was a Tuesday listener, and I was every so often at the end of the day listener as well too. Like not every Wednesday, but I definitely was checking the clips though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was like I was on a No Jumper schedule, but since that, I just nothing has made me want to go there to check in weekly. But I'm for sure checking in on this show, like for the next couple weeks as it drops, and I'll just keep listening if I enjoy it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree. I like the show. I think it's gonna be pretty good.
Yeah.
What is a week? Was it a week in between drops? Because it felt like they dropped pretty quickly.
Oh yeah,
It was?
They're
They
on,
on.
week?
They're on podcast schedule right now. Yeah, every week.
Tripping. I felt like that should drop like right after it.
Oh yeah, they
I
on
think
it.
it's every Thursday.
Okay.
I think it's every Thursday. Yep.
Yeah, Wack gonna have way more patience for Adam than Dame did. Because it's
Yeah.
damn near the same dynamic,
that's
but
a
Dame
fact.
Dash wasn't playing that shit.
That's a fact.
It was crazy. It's a lot of good things going in No Jumper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
shout out to
really,
them.
it might be that Adam might have more patience for Wack than he had for Dame Dash. Because I know a lot of that was probably Adam just getting irritated with dealing with this nigga.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I think that was a lot of it too. I don't think it
Yeah.
was a. I don't think Dame was tired of him. It was Adam was just like I can't keep. He can't keep talking to me like this. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
You trying to lower man him.
I can't deal with this, bro.
Yeah.
I'm okay. I'm at the end of the day, I'm still good. I don't need to do this deal. You know what I'm saying?
Well, no. As history has proven, he's very comfortable with
Yeah.
doing shit that's unnecessary.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah.
That is true. Yeah.
He will oblige.
Yeah, he will. If it strikes his fancy.
How
he's-
bad is podcasting with Dame Dash that he'd rather have somebody fuck his girl?
Well, you can't. I mean,
I don't think
you can't
This
connect those
nigga
two.
could handle 25 inches of raw BBC in his girl, but he couldn't do a podcast with Dame Dash.
I think the thing with Dame Dash is that do not ask him any questions about Jay-Z. Don't linger on the past.
man.
It's
And
like
Dame-
there's so many like clear hardline rules with Dame that we even know as
Yeah.
viewers. Like
triggers.
That it's just like and I don't even want to call it triggers, but it's just like don't do that.
No, it's a trigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a trigger.
Because it makes him act
It
very
is.
different.
It's a trick.
Yeah, it is.
He acts different, and it makes you not even want to talk to him no more.
If you
Yeah.
say something that somebody said and you don't say their name, gone.
Bro,
Yeah.
think about this though. Podcasting, right? Imagine doing a weekly podcast with Dave.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to talk about Jay-Z. Don't talk about the Rock Nation past. Don't talk about anything associated with that
Or any of his business.
or
for-
any of his business deals or ventures. You can't talk about any other man's business. You can't
Yeah.
what else can't you do?
No Aaliyah.
Yeah, no Aaliyah. It's so many things
Nigga.
you can't do that it leaves your topic list like
Rockaware, none of that.
it
nigga.
leaves
It
your
doesn't
topic
matter.
list like, should we just do album reviews?
Yeah.
I don't know where we should go. But then you won't give an opinion on somebody's art. Or, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's like, it would be hard to do weekly content with Dame, I think.
Yeah, nigga
He
stuck
would
in
have
his
to
ways.
He would have to frontline the whole thing. You have to bring the topics because
Facts.
I don't even
Facts.
want to. Every time I try to push it, nigga, it might go left.
Yeah, and Dame seems like the type of person he probably flexes his muscle.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. If it's not going his way,
Yeah,
he's out of the deal. Like he's out of
Oh,
the
yeah.
situation.
That's the type of confidence you have when you put your own money up.
That is true as well.
Yeah.
That is true as well.
and succeed.
It's a side effect.
And succeed for sure.
It's a way to do everything, though. You know what I mean?
So let's jump into these. Let's do. Y'all want to do the Joe Budden and academics appearance first? Let's do that. So Joe Budden, damn, I'm tripping. Academics went to Joe Budden podcast, and that's where he addressed Loon, academics. Damn, I'm fucking the names up. Loon, Charlamagne. And pretty much it was like this. Only part one has dropped as well too,
Correct.
and this is on Patreon. But
You think
Matter of
academics?
fact, let's set it up like this because, you know,
yeah, I don't even know how to set it up really.
coming
'Cause
up,
it was
coming up, it seemed like academics was like a protege of Charlamagne. He was really his mentor in the camp.
He was.
saying academics early on. There was a lot of people talking shit. Charlamagne was about action and business. So, you know, they came up together, they was giving advice.
Right.
But lately, especially ever since, like, after, what's that show called? Everyday Struggle.
Joe seems like
Like,
that
he
person.
kind of shifted the tide from Martin to Malcolm.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And Charlamagne don't seem to like that shit. It seemed like he been avoiding this podcast.
He has
even
been
really
avoiding
talking
he
to
has
him
been
or
avoiding
addressing
he
to
has
him.
been avoiding his podcast. Is what he said.
Yeah, I
For
mean
sure.
that was like a whole nother thing that he was. I guess we'll talk about that after this. But yeah, I never thought about it from that perspective as well. Too, does Charlamagne feel some type of way about it because Act chose Joe as like his mentor? I feel like I never, even though I know Charlamagne has helped academics a lot early in his career, like giving him his first interview when he was like red hot and things of that nature, and always answering his phone and answering questions.
Giving gaming advice.
Yeah, it always, to me, it always felt like it was really Joe, though. You know, like since Everyday Struggle, which was a long time ago at this point, it always felt like Joe was Act's mentor.
From that point, it felt like that's where it took off.
Yeah.
I never felt the mentor part between them two. I just felt like they were
Just
a big
close.
big homie that just will always answer your phone and take your
Right.
calls.
Yeah,
That-
yeah.
That's all I.
They felt closer. It's like
But-
in
That's
nature,
it, yeah.
like a more pure relationship.
No,
But you
it
could
felt,
tell-
it felt more like I'm always going to respect you because of what you're doing relationship. We might not be friends, but it was always, if you call, I answer. I'm not buying you birthday gifts, and you might not be invited over for Christmas, but I'm never not going to take your call. That's all
Right.
it felt to me. But with Joe, it felt like that plus you can come over for my birthday.
Oh,
you
right.
can-
you know
There
what
you
I'm
go. There you
saying?
go.
But
There
you
you
could
go.
tell by the way his emotions in that Twitch stream where he was talking about Charlamagne not doing any of his shit.
Yeah.
He's a hurt person.
Yes.
And you only
Yeah.
had hurt when you really feel an emotional connection to that.
That's
nigga.
true. That's
Pause.
true.
And you
But he
sounded crazy.
might have. Charlamagne might not have felt that either. Though. It might not have been Charlamagne's way.
You
Well, the
might
way
you
that-
think it was reciprocated.
So y'all saying
Exactly.
Charlamagne is like sad and mad that Joe, like that AK
No.
switch
I think that academics thought he had a closer
Relationship with
brother
Charlamagne. Yeah.
bond.
bond with him than Charlamagne had with him. That's what I think.
That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
Based on the way that Act is speaking about it, because Act speaks
Because
about
he was
Charlamagne.
hurt, and I can understand
Yeah.
that too. You know
You
what I'm
think it's a
saying?
little Frankenstein monster syndrome?
Shit, nigga, I came
like,
off
what
in the
beast
beginning of
have I
this.
created?
Like, I was irritated as fuck at the beginning of this podcast because I was disappointed in this nigga Elliott. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So
right.
it was one of those type of things where it's just like, I thought he cared about me more.
You know what it is? He talked about it a little bit on the Patreon episode where it's like he was blind to it, but it's like this whole thing with Loon is like the camel that the straw that broke the camel's back.
I was
Now
okay
he's
when
looking-
I was okay when it was just I might have a confusing take on our relationship.
Right.
But then now that you have somebody kicking my back and that you got your arm around, that's the straw that broke
and
the
then
camel's
now I
back,
have to
yeah.
look back and
yeah.
reassess every moment that I ever thought something was crazy.
Did
It's
I
like
feel
he
like it was-
already had daddy issues, but then daddy went and got a stepson that he
Facts.
treated very well.
and started playing catch with him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Teaching
saying?
that nigga how to
Yeah.
play ball.
And putting it online.
Yeah.
Pulling up to his
But
games.
That's like was it Brian McKnight, bro? I think
Yes,
it was
it
Brian
is.
McKnight
With his-
recently where
yes.
like he doesn't claim his older
other
kids
daughter, yeah.
or his kids from his like first marriage, and then he got online when people were saying his kids were like he don't claim us. That he got online, it was like the only children I have are this, and it was all his new children. It was none of his old ones. It was like damn.
That's
nigga.
when you know the IRS watching.
Yeah, so it was one of them situations. But yeah, but apparently, like you said, that academics, Joe was trying to coach that nigga down that path. He was.
Yeah.
No, he's not the stepdad. He's the dad that stepped up.
Joe was trying to coach him. He betrayed you.
Yeah. Joe was like,
He betrayed. Like throughout the podcast, he's like, "I told you what he was gonna do to you.
Yeah.
You thought he was your stepdad. I'm your stepdad.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying?
Joe's a fucking master manipulator. He know how to break it
Joe was
down.
asking him the real question. Joe was like, "How does that make you feel?"
Yeah.
Yeah, like-
Just digging into this nigga's feelings on him. I'm like, this
You know
nigga
the
is
wedge in
sick.
the nugget.
And you know, Act probably off the Henny. He probably can't even really think like that. He's like, man, I don't know. Like,
God, that was so funny. But that's why
Nah.
Joe was funny, because it's just like that was the thing that he was doing.
Because you
But-
can see the like the excitement in Joe's face sometimes, where it's
Yeah.
like, I knew it. I finally knew it.
This like when Mystique left Professor X. You remember in the X-Men movie?
Oh yeah,
Because she
that was
used
tough.
to be
That was
good, the
tough.
blue girl.
That was
Yeah.
tough.
And then
yeah.
Magneto started putting down that slick pimping.
He
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
Said, look, you're always gonna be fighting.
Nigga said, I like you how you are. You don't need to change and look like a white girl.
yeah.
Now that was some real
Your
shit though.
beautiful
Because,
blue scales is good enough.
yeah,
Yeah.
yep. So
You make a hoe feel natural in her true colors, you got her for life.
yeah, a fact. That's a
You
fact.
make an act feel natural in this content where he got how he got, how he did what he did. Like,
Nigga
yo.
said them Chirac niggas deserved it while he rubbing on his patting his belly.
Bruh. But yeah, bruh. So it's like we saw. What was that one excerpt about that we had in the group chat?
It's from Patreon, so I don't know if we can play it.
Yeah, I know we can't play it. I just can't remember what the topic of discussion was. What was the topic of discussion in that little clip? I can't remember.
They were
a Patreon clip?
Yeah, it was a Patreon clip I put in there.
The
They
one
were-
that we had in the note.
They were essentially talking about. Damn.
Once you tell me what they were talking about, I don't remember.
Yeah, I'd have to. But it was. He was talking about not giving Loon. Yeah. Well, he was talking about not giving Loon any light, and they were discussing whether or not Loon won, whether or not it actually worked out. You know what I'm saying? Whether or not he
that's
actually.
right.
You know what I'm
That's
saying? They
right.
were discussing whether or not.
They were addressing the whole Loon thing, and that's right. I remember now. Okay. They're
They
addressing,
still talking about Loon.
they were addressing the whole Loon thing, and then Ish was pretty much like, yeah, but did he get you gave him the response that whatever, is he benefiting off of this? This might have been all a masterful plan. Kind of the same thing. We've already kind of covered that.
Yeah.
It was just we got to see them
discuss it.
academics actually, and academics was like, I mean, yeah, he's obviously winning because we're talking about him. So all those things still ring true.
And-
I'm a little tired of niggas thinking that it's slick scheming to set yourself on fire and have
Right,
that get
but
you
then that's the
attention.
other
Yeah.
part
Like, you
that
can't keep making people masterminds because they blew their own shit up.
true.
Right, yeah,
It's
yeah,
kind of
true.
the easiest plane to, but that's throwing a Hail Mary.
Yeah, it is.
but
yeah.
That's not strategic. Or like, you know what Logan Paul did with them Prime bottles? He was like, yo, we told the fans to throw it at us.
Why did they do
Gotcha.
that?
Because it was a marketing scheme. Like, we're going to
'Cause
act
he's a-
like they hate us.
Yeah, he's
you know
a
what I
fucking
mean?
mastermind, apparently.
Yeah.
That's all it takes.
But I don't-
DDG did that too. Like, did you see the whole thing with the doo-doo garbage?
No, I ain't seen that.
That was actually slick shit talking.
So
I like
his
that right there.
tags, right? If you typed
I saw
in
that.
the doo-doo emoji,
Yeah.
2 of them with a garbage can, his name popped up. And he was in the headlines like, yo, like, who did this? Woody woo woo.
Oh.
But he came on stream the other day. Was like, yeah, I did it. I'm the mastermind.
Okay. One thing about for some reason I get the DDG clips that always seem to pop up. It's like it be feeling like they always capture these moments where he tries to use his celebrity to get him entry or discounts or something,
Yeah.
and somebody's like shitting on him.
He's got the YK Osiris.
Yeah,
stigma
and it's
on him.
like I always see these little moments where it's like he was at the sneaker store, Kicks, I think it might be called, the one where they have the little basketball hoop in there. It's
Yeah. I know
like
you're
a
talking about.
Middle Eastern dude.
Yeah.
But he was in there and he was explaining to him how the guy wouldn't open up the store for him because he just wouldn't do it, and he was like, "Bro, come on, like I'm DDG." I was like,
Yeah, nah.
Yeah, nah.
I've seen several clips like that, and I'm like, does he do this a lot, like in his vlogs? Is this all part of a troll?
Yeah, is
like,
this
It
being
might-
sarcastic?
yeah.
am
would
I
have to
seeing
be.
this so often because he's like doing it on purpose?
It would have to be because there's no way you go back and do that over and over again unless you.
Yeah, there's no way he keeps thinking like people are gonna recognize him like Drake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Internet
they don't.
notoriety can be very niche.
I was about to say, because
Like-
that's what AK does.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
Yeah.
AK probably does that shit.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Big act.
yeah, because I didn't know who DDG was until pretty much moonwalking on Calabasas, but he had a crazy successful YouTube career. But I never,
That's how I knew of him. Just
But I
off-
never
based off
saw
his
him on
vlogs
YouTube, though.
and his content,
Yeah, I saw him on YouTube.
I never saw him on YouTube. I saw him because of moonwalking, because the Blueface joint.
He made the perfect transition.
I heard, yeah,
He got a good blueprint
yeah. So
for sure.
And he put his family on because of just a lot of content creators that's around him.
Yeah,
Like, what's
that-
that little dude that I want to kill my mom and dad? The little black dude that's singing the song?
I don't know. What you're
It's,
talking about.
I know what you're talking about. It's a lot of family and friends
Yeah, he's
around him
involved
that
with
he
it, yeah.
helped. You feel me? He showed them the way.
He put a lot of vlogs in a lot of family members' hands.
You know,
yeah, but
Yeah. One thing I did want to say about the academic Charlamagne thing though is like academics did bring up a good point where he was like the reason it does look funny to him with Charlamagne is like I've had these conversations with Charlamagne about where I went wrong with Chirac or where I went wrong with this or where I did, you know what I'm saying, and the fact that he didn't say that, you know what I'm saying, to be like, hey, yo, look, I've had this kind of convo with him already. This is his position on it. Like he never ever brought anything up to just kind of push back a little bit.
that I definitely understood that part too. Because I mean, the Warren Chirac thing is that's another thing that's kind of funny. I didn't find academics because of Warren Chirac either. I found him because something else, but pretty much it wasn't Warren
Yeah.
Chirac though. But it is funny that like he's been on like a tour for the last like 5 years and gave the same explanation, put it on smallest platforms and the largest of platforms. and niggas are still like bringing that up. But so that was weird that
He made a hell of an impact.
yeah, damn,
You know what I
that
mean?
really says something about that war in Chirac, bro. Because
We ain't never gonna stop talking about that.
bruh, never. He's not gonna be able to avoid it, bruh.
In
And
hood nigga court, that's always gonna be like one of them hallmark cases that sets a precedent.
But I seen him interview and talk to some of the dudes from Chicago that he was highlighting during that, and they thanked him for it because without that, they wouldn't have been
They wouldn't have known who they are.
who they are.
They relish in that glory, like they kind of accept it. You get
And
what
he
I'm saying?
pushed their music.
Hell
He pushed
yeah.
their music. He pushed their notoriety
true.
outside of Chicago.
The niggas who was winning, winning because of it weren't angry.
Right.
You get
exactly.
what I'm saying?
The
Like
people
Lil
who
Reese
weren't
was called
yeah.
the Grim Reaper. He can't die. Like
can't,
I can't
yeah.
be mad at
You know
him.
what that does to a rap career?
Yeah,
Nigga, your
mixtapes the
ego?
Grimber. Yeah, that nigga's really been through a war, man. I just saw a little video of Lil Reese, and he's funny as hell. But I'm like, damn, like
He got PTSD.
no. But remember, he had got like shot in the neck.
Bro, he's been shot everywhere.
Yeah, so
You
it's
get what
like
I'm
his
saying?
voice doesn't even. It's like Beanie Siegel. He don't even sound the same.
Yeah.
because he got shot in the neck.
That's tough, man.
Same with Beanie Siegel. Something with his lung where he only has like one lung, so he has like shortness of breath.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Beanie Siegel's voices
different.
sound like mine
Yeah, it's
now.
different.
Yeah, everything is different. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
it's
saying?
different.
So
He sounds more menacing though.
yeah, so listen, every time I hear
tight.
Lil Reese, I'll be like, damn, completely forgot. Like
Yeah.
he had that tragic shooting in the fucking neck, and everybody was like, oh my God, they killed this nigga.
Right.
And he's leaving the hospital with his neck wrapped up.
Just
I
shot
was
in your
like,
neck.
this is crazy. This nigga, like,
it's-
bro, that was crazy, dog. Like, yeah, he a Grim Reaper for real. You can't kill something. What's dead may never die type shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
That's
Some
crazy.
goddamn Game of Thrones, you know?
That's crazy.
Yeah, once you get shot over 6 times, it's like you're pretty immortal.
Yeah, bro.
Like,
yeah.
6 bullets in you.
I count 6 shots.
Like, Jesus
tough
Christ,
life.
nigga.
I don't
You
know,
50
man.
Cent now.
I don't
But
know. Yeah.
the academics, Joe Budden Patreon, part 1. I still have to finish watching it myself. But I mean, I'll watch part 2. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was pretty decent.
It was pretty good.
It was all right.
It was pretty good.
It was all right. Well, I mean,
You getting tired of seeing them niggas talk?
I don't get tired of Joe and academics talking. I get tired of I get tired of when it's like something like this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When it's not topics. It's one topic that we're dissecting for 3 hours.
Let's talk about podcasting in your career for another 2 hours.
That is like, damn,
Yeah.
bro. Like,
It's exhausting.
how many angles can we get on Loon at this point? Like,
Yeah.
how many ways can we talk about is Charlamagne the backstabber or not? Like,
True,
how
true.
much can we really cover
Yeah.
over the next 3 hours that's not beating a dead horse?
Well, according to Trap Lord Ross, 3 hours.
Yeah.
15 minutes.
That's the time limit.
Wait,
Not including
yeah.
commercial breaks.
Talking about Trap Lil Ross? Oh, it's
Yeah, just ain't like talking down something and breaking it down that long.
Yeah.
At least he had different instances. These are two people.
Yeah.
Vaughn had a lot of tweets to dissect.
Yeah.
and a lot of victims to talk about. You know what I'm saying?
A
So
lot of quotables.
yeah. If everybody could get 20 minutes and we could read, or everybody can get 15 minutes and it don't take long to get to that 3. You know what I'm saying?
I was about to say.
But yeah,
nah, DJ and Joe,
I always
mean,
like
how
that
much-
combo.
you always like it.
I always like it most of the time.
I do too.
You can't go wrong with it. It's like a classic combo.
Yeah, it's a classic combo. Yeah.
It's a 1-2. But I
But-
don't know though. It's,
I wonder how long this relationship is gonna last.
yeah, like
Seems to be holding pretty
Yeah.
strong.
I think it's gonna outlast him and
Holding
Charlamagne.
pretty strong, but it's like just based off Joe Budden's record.
Yeah.
Who has he been cool with on camera that he's still cool with today?
Oh, on camera? Well, Ish was before camera.
Yeah, Ish and Ice. Was
Yeah,
before
but then
camera.
I don't even count that because they weren't on camera yet.
Yeah.
They
I
weren't
don't
in
know.
business together.
I
Him
mean,
and Maul were cool.
From-
Maul
him
was
and Maul.
on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
From the way they talk about him, they say that he's like loved by a lot of people outside of this, like outside of podcasting.
outside of business, probably.
True. Yeah,
Outside
that's
of
what I'm talking
business.
About.
Who?
Joe.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. He's always seemed like he's had a good, like a lot of people and a lot of
Yeah.
connections and friends.
Yeah,
you
they
know what I'm
probably
saying?
love him in New Jersey and some Dominican clubs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He be in them strip clubs. But yeah, let's talk about people not doing Axe podcasts. So yeah, Charlamagne and academics said that Charlamagne and Gillian Wallow are not. They're pretty much dodging him from doing the podcast.
Nigga, this
What
shit
you
is
mean?
tribal.
Yeah. So he's pretty much saying like he's been asking for them to do his podcast for over a year, and he can't they're not making the time for him.
There's a discrepancy because you know
Yeah.
they got it. They could do it.
Yeah.
Because they're all in that area, I think. I don't.
Yep.
$1 million worth of game. I feel like they do a lot of traveling.
They move a lot.
They
and
move
they
a lot.
interview some
move a-
useless people too. So
So,
you know
yeah.
they definitely got time for academics.
yeah, for sure, yeah.
Nigga, there's 30 minutes worth of advertisements in the middle of this
Yeah,
shit. They
so,
definitely have time.
But Gilly and Wallow, they're probably scared it's gonna fuck up their marketing.
But they had
Because
act on
they're
theirs.
connected.
But they've done it before. Yeah, they had ACK on theirs though.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's why it kind of hits even
Nobody's
harder.
doing the swaps for Ack. Anytime something's up with Ack, they want him
Niggas
to
aren't
run
doing
to
verse for verse.
Yeah, they want him to like run to their platform to talk about the controversy because it's gonna be clicks, but they won't go to
Yeah.
his shit.
They may be nervous that they're at a point in time right now where they can talk to a lot of people that would never go to academics simply because they hate them.
Okay.
So they probably
Yeah.
don't want to mess that up by associating with the nigga.
You think? But if I have you on my platform,
Then
I'm
that's-
already
yeah.
I'm probably
It happened in the
associating
past,
more.
though.
More.
It happened in the past.
Yeah, like
But
when
I
was the
feel
last
like-
time academics
It
was
was
on
like-
$1 million worth of game?
I think it was recent.
Probably
It was like 2 years ago.
No more than 2 years ago.
Hey, 2 years is a long time, nigga.
But
But
the-
I ain't done nothing. I mean, War Chirac was before that. Like
Yeah, but that's not even the beef of
6ix9ine was before that.
That's
Like,
not
he
even the
wa-
bulk of his beef. Like he's done shit in recent history.
Okay, I will say the
The
6ix9ine
Freddie
is
Gibbs
the
of the
biggest.
world. Like there's a bunch of niggas who would go to $1 million worth of game that's not going to DJ academics.
Yeah, it was a year and a half ago.
yeah,
I don't know.
that kind of kills the point because it's like he's already been on their show.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? So it's like, what angle? Like,
Joe Budden
guess
been
they
on
just
Brilliant
not-
Idiots, nigga.
I guess they just not making time for it.
Yeah,
They're not.
and that's the thing. I just think
But-
is they're not prioritizing it. And pretty much what Ack was saying on his stream is that when his peers in this media space do reach out to him, he prioritizes their link up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If Joe says he wants to do something, he says, make sure my schedule's free for the entire day. If Vlad does something, make sure my schedule's free for the entire, not the entire day. I'm just exaggerating, but you know,
But yeah.
he's pretty much saying he has no problem clearing a whole day out
So
for these people.
Is it back to what y'all talk about? Whereas if you're of the people, then you're never going to be able to get those. The people in the industry are going to not fuck with you for real ever.
No, so the other people thing is kind of an interesting thing, and we'll talk about that later. But I don't think it's that.
Okay.
I don't think it's that. I just don't think that. I think that maybe. I think possibly the people respect Act, but I think they don't respect him at the same time.
They don't respect it.
It's
in terms of his other peers. They respect him enough to get the views off of him,
Yeah.
but I will drag my feet when you ask me to come this way.
yeah, probably the
You know what I'm
higher
saying?
levels don't respect
That's
Ack.
what I'm about to say. What does the New York Post think about TMZ?
Yeah. Well,
For World Star Hip Hop.
Yeah,
True. Well, I don't know about TMZ. I can't. I do wonder how they're like New York Times or something like that.
They get that.
I get what you're saying.
They gotta
I get what
have some
you're saying.
type of level of prestige. What's the word I'm looking
Prestige.
for? Prestige. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel what you're saying. But like $1 million worth of game podcast, you know, like
Yeah.
I don't know. Even though Ack just started his podcast and he closed the deal with no podcast at all,
He's
I
number 2 on the complex list.
yeah, I feel like
I was about to say like,
I feel like that wouldn't block
Number
Charlamagne.
3.
Charlamagne went to him when he had probably 1,000 subscribers or fucking
Right,
10,000.
right.
You know what I'm
He
saying?
gave him a look. That's why you could tell this is personal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah, I don't know. I guess it is kind of weird when you give me a look when I'm nothing, and then when I jump up to
Your
not
level.
not on your level, but
close.
like close to your level or closer to your level, I can't get the look no more.
yeah,
That does seem kind of crazy.
and things I don't know. Things can change in a year. Like, has Act gotten worse? Has AK gotten worse in this
Yeah.
year and a half?
Content wise, possibly.
Like how
I think it's taking a dip.
I don't
What
know
about
the
in terms of
numbers.
respect? Do you think he's more acclaimed now than he's ever been, or is
I feel
it,
like he hasn't done anything that would make people lose respect because I think the 6ix9ine thing was like the biggest, but like that was his second biggest L if we want to call that an L.
But then also
like,
the I'm the prize thing.
But that's
yeah,
some like
I don't think it affected him in hip hop as much because people already hated him already. You know,
Okay.
I feel like his biggest career strikes, and I'm just calling them strikes in certain people's eyes, is Warren Chirac, the 6ix9ine collaboration. So he's like 2 strikes, but then he went on $1 million worth of game after 6ix9ine. So it's like
even
it wasn't
then,
that big of a strike.
I was
you know
about
what
to
I'm
say,
saying?
he's not the worst of his kind. Like
Exactly.
it's definitely personal. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
I wonder
but-
what Charlamagne's angle is, but Charlamagne is chilling with Loon, and Loon sends bots, so it's like you can't even really test his moral compass anymore.
the standards of
Why did
the
I
law?
get so upset about Elliott? He did something himself. It wasn't a computer.
He posted it.
Shout out to Elliott.
You
God
marketed
damn it.
Elliott. That's what
I'm
I'm
so
saying.
sorry, bro. You caught me. You got me fucked. Just like we got you red in that video.
You know,
you had me fucked
we
up a
got
little bit
frustrated
too.
off the pivot,
Off
but we're
the pivot.
good.
Yeah, we good now.
know?
Because at least I
Yeah.
know ChatGPT didn't fuel this.
You
Right,
get what I'm saying?
right.
Yeah.
Niggas' knees started flaring up.
So yeah, but yeah. So, but I think now that Ack has made it. Well, it seems like now that Ack has made it. Now that he's made it public,
Yeah.
we'll get the episodes now. I think we're definitely gonna get the episodes now
You think
because
Charlamagne gonna go now?
for sure,
think so. I think he
for sure.
has to,
Because
bro.
I think Charlamagne even brought it up somewhere.
Yeah.
I can't remember, but I feel like I heard him bring
Oh,
it
no.
up somewhere where, or somebody
Academic said it. He said they
Academic
talked about it.
I talked to him.
Yeah.
He said he'll make the time. Don't worry about it. I'm coming. And he got me on the phone with 𝔓𝔦𝔑, which that seemed weird. I need to get you on the phone, but that's like besides the point. But
It just sounds like some moderating.
yeah, it sounds like some moderating, you know.
Yeah.
So
They're just reassuring him that it's not personal.
I think that's
and that it's
I think
no
that's all
bad
that.
blood.
So we'll get those episodes soon. I think.
But if
in
you
the next
get
couple
painted
months.
out as a quote unquote snake, going to do the thing that you're getting painted out as a quote unquote snake as, does that change the picture of you being a snake?
No, it's like being charged with racism and saying you have black friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ack wants to call. I mean, not Ack. Joe wants like us to unanimously just
Think
start
that
calling
Charlamagne a snake.
Charlamagne a snake.
That's what he
so
wants.
bad.
That's what he wants. He wants it. He wants it the most.
And
Yeah.
that's what we felt like. That's what that podcast episode felt like. It's like, oh, you really just want us to be like, yeah, fuck Charlamagne. That
That's what
nigga's
they
a
want. That's
snake.
what he wants.
He wants that. He wants us
wants
to
some
all.
beef.
He wants us all to just collectively agree that when you think Charlamagne thinks snake,
And he wants to be the center of it.
and he wants to be the one that ushered that,
That breaks the
mindset in
news.
for us.
Psychological association.
He been trying to work on us for the last couple months, bro.
We're
Yeah.
being groomed.
Yeah, we're being groomed to say Charlamagne's a snake. You know what I'm saying?
It
But
sounds like he got me low key. So
yeah,
I'm about to say.
I don't believe it.
What's
Yeah.
Joe quarrel with Charlamagne? Does Joe have real quarrel?
Well,
let's-
that's a perfect segue.
yeah,
nigga.
that's a perfect segue. So Charlamagne went to It's Up There podcast. We already know that. We talked about part 1 on episode 12, I think.
Yeah.
Part 2 came out
A lot better.
a lot better.
Phenomenal,
And it's all
actually.
it's 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. It was a 10 out of 10. It was great. The questions were on point. The answers
Some
were
of them.
on point. Some of them, but some of them. But I felt like on that second half of that podcast, we got the more of the real Charlamagne than we've gotten in a long time.
Yeah, I applaud Big Sloth for being able to bring that out of him.
Right,
Because
for
he
sure.
addressed things that he hadn't addressed before. And there was a
Right.
few things he tried to dance around.
And
but
he
Loon
stayed-
was like, but wait a minute, hold up.
Yeah.
What about this in particular?
Right.
then we
That was
back
it.
on
Was
topic.
great. It was great.
Said Loon had a cup of coffee next to him.
Yeah.
I like
and,
that.
and it's funny because
He might
I
have
mean,
got inspired by
we
some small
watched-
fries.
We low key, but we watched the first episode. Well, this is all apparently one long podcast.
Yeah.
So we watched part 1, but it was just like that back end. Like he dropped 40 in the fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying? Like he went crazy in the fourth.
Oh yeah, his eyes beady than the mother. He's
He's different now.
He was
Yeah,
alive.
He was on it. Do you know which one which is what? Because
I don't. I can look.
I
can
have
look,
them in
I
the
can look.
notes. Yeah,
yeah.
I have
look.
them.
I have the times on them, but that's all I have.
Yeah.
Shit, nigga, just test your luck, nigga. Just click on one.
6 minutes.
6 minutes. Yeah,
Yep, the 6-minute one.
that's where I'm at right now.
Oh shit, yeah, exactly.
All right, so
He got that Red Bull. He has wings.
all right, so this is the one we want to run.
Yep, yeah, for sure. This is
right.
about Joe and Charlamagne. He finally straight up addresses it. We get a full explanation.
All right, let's get it.
I mean, man, the podcast dope. You would on air all the time be like, yo, I like Joe Budden podcast, and it's like,
Hey, can we turn it down a little bit?
where did it go wrong with you guys?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't care. It's like it's life. Like, let me think. When did it?
Was it the Spotify negotiation?
It was definitely
I
around that
think
time.
he crashed out.
It was
I
around
think
that
he
time.
crashed a lot of his relationships out based on people saying, yo, you might have handled that wrong.
By the way, I love that. I'm gonna tell you why I love that. Now you're making me think, and I had to think back on it. The reason I love that is because, yeah, he was going through that, and then him and I had a conversation on the phone after I made my comments on the air, right? Well, I think my comments was something like, I think he understands his value, but he may not know how to properly negotiate it, right? And so me and him had a conversation, and I was explaining to him why the Bill Simmons of the world, You know, why they got the money
Why
they
they
got.
warrant that money.
You know what I'm saying? It's because they got a network. You know, you can't. Joe Rogan is an anomaly. You can't even look at Joe Rogan. This man was getting 100 million downloads a month. His
He's still getting an exclusive contract, getting 11 million episodes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
At one point, he was getting 100 million downloads a month in audio. If you know anything about the podcast audio space, you know how ridiculous that is.
That's carrying a whole organization.
That's what I'm saying. And then his videos on YouTube, he was getting billions of views. He gave Spotify the exclusive rights to his videos. So it's just a different,
too much value.
Different ball game, right?
Yeah.
But let's look at the networks. The reason the networks he's getting this money is because they have actual networks. Bill Simmons had 7 to 8 successful shows already under him. Now, I didn't tell him the play I was about to do. I'm just explaining to him
what warrants the money.
What warrants the money.
Yes.
And you know, I remember he put out a tweet, and the tweet was like, he said, Charlamagne, I am a network. We'll talk or something like that. Cool. And so he went on his podcast and he put the picture up of me and him. He said, we are not the same. And I was like, I didn't even know that had to be said, right?
Yeah,
He put, we are not the same. And then he went in on me. And I was like, dope. No. I'll tell you the reason I said dope. Because we were announcing Black Effect that Tuesday. Like,
set me right up.
I already had my man Justin Richburg, who did the wall here in the Breakfast Club. He had already did our trailer. He already did our trailer for the Black Effect.
You loaded, ready to go.
With all the shows we already had on it. Everybody was already signed up. We already had our partnerships and everything, from Drink Champs to All the Smoke to 85South to
Swinging
Just Hilarious to my girls from South Carolina, the We Talk Back podcast, Glasses Malone, like Horrible Just like we was already ready to go. So I was just like, well, I remember hitting Dolly and hitting my peoples, and I'm like, we just got some great promo
facts
and marketing, and because we live in this era where people think that's a reaction. Like, so you really think I put together a podcast network in 3 days?
Yeah, that's what we were gonna talk about. You can't do that. And then I even seen him try to, and we'll not say him. I even seen some people try to say that it was just a press release. It wasn't a thing. Well, we're looking at it, and I'm telling you, I've been paid.
Loon,
my check is cleared.
Loon, the press release came out with the logo. Like, it was already, it's already a LLC.
And since that day, I want to be clear that you've been rolling. And I also want to be clear to the fans that's watching, I'm not being biased because I'm in business with Charlamagne. He's my friend. I'm telling you the actual information that I have obtained.
Loon is right there. It's documented.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
if people just go back.
It seems like it did a lot, and I've always wanted to know, and I know a lot of people want to know your feelings towards some of those things when he takes shots and goes at you and things like that.
It don't bother me in no way, shape, or form. Like, I really appreciated that first podcast shot because it set up
Black Effect. Yeah.
And made everything a much larger conversation. And then, the next week was him shooting that now I got to shoot this down. Now I got to try to shoot.
Yeah,
this Black Effect shit ain't real. Let me get Nori on the phone. All that shit like that. But then also what people don't know is you texted me that Sunday.
Yeah.
Can we go to brunch? I'm like, it's Sunday, it's family day, but we can get on FaceTime. I think that's the last time we spoke. We had a FaceTime that day.
Yeah.
And I think that's the last time we.
And then he came back.
I think that's the last time we spoke.
He came back one time and said, I text him good morning. He ain't answered my text. I remember he said that. What you done went out. This is what I've said about the industry shit. It's so fucked. You're going to go do all of that and then text me good morning.
Maybe. I think, you know what? I remember that Sunday. I remember the good morning. I was a good morning text, but it was like, yo, can we go to brunch? And I'm like, yo, I can't do brunch today. It's family day. And then he was like, we can get on a FaceTime. And then we had a FaceTime that day. And I'm not even going to say what we spoke about, but it wasn't any of this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It wasn't any of this.
Yeah.
That's it.
He know what the
Why is he getting all fucking Godfather all of a sudden? Like, he know what it is.
Oh yeah, I don't know, but
what were they talking about?
Because it sounds like this is theatrical.
Yeah.
It sounds like we're on the same
Joe
page.
Budden's part.
Yeah.
It sounds like there's a disagreement that's getting overplayed probably.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like. Because he said it's either that or Joe Budden does business like a cokehead, to where it's just like, you know, he's just on
schizophrenic.
Yeah, it's just whatever time he's on is what time he's on right now.
Right.
Yeah.
I think there's definitely a little bit of that for sure.
There's a little dust residue.
You think Joe Budden wishes he didn't dismantle that relationship that quickly?
No.
Nah.
No. I don't
Joe
think
Budden's
so.
the type to burn his house down and light a cigarette with it.
Yeah, yeah.
So
But
now it's useful.
He's that righteous.
But they had that conversation. He told him it was about the network. And then I wonder, I guess Joe did. Well, he said they had a conversation not about the network.
Right. They had a
Or not
conversation that's different.
Something
That's
completely
something else.
different.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know what the.
But he didn't say,
But they-
he said it like he know.
Yeah. And I mean,
like
they've
it was
known
on
each
some
other for
gangster
so long, bro. I don't even. Who knows what that conversation was about?
I wonder if he just rubbed it in his face and was like, by the way, this is the bag I got.
I don't
I
know.
think he would've done that.
Charlamagne.
Yeah. But
He don't
said
seem like that
said
type
he know.
because
Nah, he not
Loon
that
was
type.
trying
He
to
not
talk
that type.
about money too much.
And he was like, nah.
Loon said
Yeah.
something in this part of the interview that they had to bleep out.
Yeah, he did let some shit fly.
Yeah, he
it was
said-
probably a number.
Yeah, he said so, yeah. He said something, and Charlamagne was like, chill. Like,
say-
and they bleeped that shit. So, yeah, I don't know if it was about money because Charlamagne he don't
like to talk money.
He don't talk it like that. You know what I'm
talk money.
saying?
No.
And
Yeah.
that's not what we've ever tuned in for the flex. We're tuning in well, I don't really tune in to hear act flex, but we know we're gonna get an act flex.
You know it's gonna be
Yeah.
entertaining.
You know it's gonna happen at some point. But
Money
apparently
bitches.
this is why they stopped fucking with each other, which of course there's always two sides of every story. So this is just Charlamagne's side. But it was kind of insightful.
Which seems closer to the truth.
Yeah.
Because he's
Think so?
kind of avoided this for so long, like he actually doesn't care. And then there's one person that's kind of kept this beef alive.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
only one person.
Yeah.
Usually the person trying to control the narrative,
Is normally the one on the losing
the
side.
That's
nigga
a
on the
fact.
losing side.
That's a
Yeah.
fact.
Yeah, that's true.
Damn, that's tough.
It's interesting though.
unfortunate.
To make you look at Joe different? Not at all for me.
Not at all.
This is
not
on
at
brand,
all,
nigga.
yeah.
This is all
righteous.
right.
I would
This is
expect nothing less.
This is what we pay for.
This
you know
is
what I'm
exactly
saying?
who I thought this nigga
This
was.
is what we tuning in for. The goddamn malarkey. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
The
right.
consistency.
Yeah, bro, the consistency to jump off the bridge.
Yeah.
It's just what he does.
And not look back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then have
He's
two
great at that.
And then be on the ground, two broken legs, and be like, I'm still right.
Right. I'll
He's a
heal up.
man's man.
Yeah.
How often does Loon drop?
I don't know really.
I don't know, weekly,
Slow
I
and
think.
methodically.
But, right. Honestly,
This
I
part
don't know
two is
because
just now coming out.
yeah, exactly. And it's still I think it still comes out on Patreon first. So I don't know. I don't know how old these episodes are. Like I don't know
You gotta,
the timing is.
It probably dropped 2 weeks ago on the first class edition.
It might have dropped 4 weeks ago. You know what I'm saying, or 8
yeah.
weeks ago. So who knows? But I'm assuming every week. I hope every week. But that's what I can only assume. But yeah, this part of the interview was definitely good.
It sounded
It's
good.
definitely good to hear Charlamagne's side of things.
He doesn't open up enough, so it's nice to hear him like
and
speak a little bit.
hearing why those companies, those people that were getting those $100 million deals were getting them, and it was because they had a network, which makes more sense. If you're coming with if you're coming with 8 developed shows,
Right.
that all have markets, $100 million,
It makes a lot of sense.
it makes too much sense. You
And
know
is
what I'm
that
saying?
around the time that Joe Budden really tried to launch his own podcast network on YouTube, where he was giving out a bunch of shows?
I think it was right
Yeah.
after,
right after this instance.
Spotify deal failed in the midst of the not failed, but they never
The renegotiate, yeah.
renegotiated the Spotify deal. At the same time that was happening,
It was Maul.
the inside of the mall and the Rory thing was
Yeah.
starting to crumble. Joe Rogan was signing to them for the 100 M's. Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot going on, and then Charlamagne was making comments over the air while he was in the midst of trying to negotiate a
Right.
Spotify deal, and,
And
he
that
felt like he was
messed-
he
yeah.
felt like it was devaluing him publicly in the middle of negotiations.
Yeah.
So
Do you think
like
that's
that.
true? Because Monique tried to say the same thing
the
when
biggest
she
thing
was
about
negotiating Netflix.
There might
I
be
feel
some
like
truth to
I
it.
feel like the biggest. I think there's definitely some truth to it because
to
if like, yeah, like if somebody's trying to, yeah, if they hear you're like working, like if Tyler Perry had some big scandal and they heard that that's what they say the Bill Cosby thing with CBS.
Yeah.
You know, they say this only came up because he tried to buy CBS. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
Same thing with Michael Jackson.
Or Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
So if they do have something, normally when they try to remind people during the time you're trying to close a big deal. So yeah, that could be
What
one
they
of
call
those
that?
things.
The something campaign? I forgot.
They call that. Did I just catch you trying to be successful, nigga?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so I think there is a little bit of truth to that.
Smear campaign.
Smear campaign. Thank you.
I think it was. I don't think Charlamagne said anything that crazy. He pretty much just said.
did.
He pretty much shit like a gentleman.
He kind of I
like
guess
a classy girl.
Well, I take that back. I guess it could kind of be crazy because you got to think about it. One of my peers is saying I'm not worth 100 M's openly.
Right.
So that is kind of crazy.
It's like messing up business.
Because what if the company, let's just say Spotify was going to give him 100 million, and then they heard Charlamagne say he's not worth that much, but he's worth a good bag. They'd be like, "Oh, are we overpaying for you? This is somebody this is one of your peers, and he's a big deal."
He pulled like a Jay-Z, like he told who did he tell not to buy a team?
Yeah.
And then he went behind the bag and just bought the fucking team.
Yeah, something like that.
Played human chess.
Which is
Shout
something,
out Pimpin' Ken.
which is pretty much what he said. He was like, we was on the phone with him. I didn't tell him nothing about the Black Effect, and then we dropped right after that.
Right.
So a little bit. He's playing chess. He's playing with Joe's head a little bit too.
The guy might really be the master manipulator.
Yeah, and he might have met, like, Joe thought he could, like he met his match or he was on top of things until Black Effect dropped, and he was like, this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
He got one up with him.
He got one up with him, and it's like, and then Joe started the network, and then it failed. I don't know. I don't want to say it failed, but.
What podcast? He had those two girls, right?
It was the girl Mandy.
See the thing.
Yeah.
See the thing is or something like that.
Yeah, with Mandy and the singer.
I forgot her name.
Fuck. Sorry. See the thing is though. Yeah. Whatever that show was called.
Whatever them hoes called.
And it was another one too.
Yeah, they had two shows.
They had two shows.
Yeah.
I think Mandy had another show. She pretty much.
She was carrying the network.
Jesus Christ.
Oh wait, no, it was another girl because remember Joe had that allegation where he made that girl
didn't he
fall
make
apart?
like a pass or something on her?
That was real awkward, I think.
Yeah.
I think that was the
he
other
got
show.
an HR complaint.
Yeah, and I think that was the other show.
The Need to Know pod, I think. No, I'm tripping.
I don't remember. I thought it was like some. In my humble opinion.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that. But now that I think
I guess
about
they
that
didn't
name,
do their job.
You're right. I guess now that I hear that name too, in my expert opinion, Math Hoffa.
Yeah, that's Math Hoffa.
Yeah, but I think theirs was similar to that too. Like in my humble though. But yeah.
My whorish.
So yeah, that was one thing. The whole Joe Budden and Charlamagne fallout. We got to hear the other part. So now there's another thing that.
Why is everybody beefing?
Right.
It's entertaining.
Whole lot of beef going around.
Now the other thing that they talked about, Charlamagne had a clip in here. This is like the 3-minute clip in there where he was saying that he feels like the female creators have been ahead of the guys, and the guys are just now catching up. So now I will play the clip.
In what aspect?
He said all aspects. I don't know, but we'll see in a second.
Charlamagne said this?
Charlamagne said that, yeah. He said that he feels like it was in a conversation or in context with 𝔓𝔦𝔐𝔓𝔦𝔑 that came up.
Okay, well he loves 𝔓𝔦𝔐𝔓𝔦𝔑.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, here we go.
It's Nubian Queens.
Yeah, let's get it.
Hey, for women in particular, it's rough in comedy. Then for her to be a black woman, then for her not to have the bells and whistles, like all of these things that people would say will put her at a disadvantage, and she's still been able to head to the top of the mountain.
Man.
That's so dope, man.
Man, I honestly think a lot of the dudes are just starting to catch up with a lot of the talented women in this media space. And I don't even just mean hip hop media. I'm talking about news media, sports media. Like, there was a moment where I always said the best personalities were Angela Rye, Jemele Hill, and Amanda Seales. And I'm just basing that off the conversations that I would hear them have on these platforms.
Yes.
They'd be smoking shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And, of course you got the 85South show, you know what I mean? But like you said, you're relatively new, 2-3 years. Like, it's like women have been killing this shit in the media space for the longest. Like, even when
they're
you talk
great too.
When you talk about a Just Hilarious, the counterpart to that has always been a DC Young Fly, right?
Yes.
Because both of them came up through social media.
And they occupied the same space.
Occupied the same space, and they all started doing the same things: television, movies,
Wilding out
podcasts, wilding out, all of that type of shit.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I feel like right now you're starting to see a lot of men catch up to a lot of women. But I think one of the reasons that a lot of the men, weren't on par with a lot of the women was because like a lot of the men were mimicking each other.
Yes. Soon as they find something that's working, do that.
Go do that.
Everybody do that. That's what's
right.
working.
That's right.
Yeah, and then
that's right.
I find it interesting with the women hip hop is that it seems like that due to the competition that has arose in female hip hop, they're blessing more youngsters. Example, if you get a hot song and it gets to bubbling, one of those girls are gonna jump on it.
God bless Loon. That's all I gotta say. God bless this nigga. But no, I do not agree with women being the.
Charlamagne stopped cheating on his wife and became faithful to every black woman in existence.
He became the 5%er.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you what the wildest part to me in that whole thing was when he did the comparison between DC Young Fly and 𝔓𝔦𝔐𝔓𝔦𝔑, and I was like, we are not about to act like DC Young Fly. He's been killing shit, like
women
on a large level.
Nigga.
The biggest movies.
Women are.
You know what I'm saying? The biggest movies.
It's
Comedy
not
tour.
comparable.
It's not even close. She hasn't even like.
𝔓𝔦𝔐𝔓𝔦𝔑 is not the mitochondria of whatever this is.
Yeah.
It's not the powerhouse, nigga.
And you gotta understand, he's probably taking more of a mentor approach to their relationship.
Yeah.
So he's probably speaking from the potential she
That he
has.
sees in her.
That not what she's done, but what he sees her doing.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Along the lines of what a DC Young Fly did.
And 𝔓𝔦𝔐𝔓𝔦𝔑 hilarious, but that's not true. Like that, women have just been like men
It's
are
not
catching
even-
up. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, because I was trying to think of like other female talents that have like risen up. Let's just say in the last 5 years.
And I
Ebony
was-
K. Williams.
Is she like the last
She-
5 years? I don't
Yeah,
know.
Angela Rye,
Angela
Rye,
Rye.
Angela
Ebony K.
Rye for sure. Angela
Yeah.
Rye was up there,
Mandy
but
and Weezy.
I would say Mandy and Weezy, Angela
for sure.
Rye,
L'Oreal.
Yeah,
L'Oreal, yep,
for
yeah.
sure. You know, 𝙿𝙾𝚃𝚃, she's starting to go a little bit.
Lady Martina has always been afloat.
I don't
She
watch.
got her own
I don't
flotation
watch
devices.
anything that Nala's on at all.
No,
Like,
I don't watch.
I
But
only
she
watch
has
them-
her. She has her.
Like what?
People.
She used to have something with Mouse.
Yeah.
That I would see on Instagram, but I never even saw a full episode yet.
I only see it when Charlamagne force on me.
Yeah.
Me too. Yeah. So it's like, but she did have a show with Mouse though, that they used to post a heavy amount of clips. So I saw a lot of Instagram, TikTok, and reels and stuff.
I think I know exactly what you're
And
talking
they
about.
and they were just pretty much talking about hip hop, which
Yeah.
those reels always kind of slapped. So, but I never watched the whole thing.
Charlamagne's been putting a lot of the people we just named on, you know, to us.
Yeah.
But there's a lot more. There's
There's a
so
lot
many
more.
more guys. Like
Charlamagne has put a lot of people on.
he has. Yeah. He
Shout out
has.
to Charlamagne.
That's what
This nigga.
he's been doing it for the longest too, though, because they did have a conversation about Andrew Schultz as well in this second
word.
half of the thing, and Loon was pretty much asking like,
What did you see in this motherfucker?
"Yeah, what
Yeah,
did you
I
see?"
remember
And it's
that.
so funny because it's like all the people that like, all the people who have massive crowds, and all the people that Loon likes, enjoys. He always says, "I didn't see it. I didn't see it, but now I do." I'm like, damn, nigga, like.
You don't see shit.
Can you only see the vision 5 to 10 years in? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, he likes finished products.
Or if everybody else sees it.
like, goddamn, you didn't see that Schultz was funny. You didn't.
Yeah.
You don't see the value. You don't see where Ack is good. Like,
Yeah.
And it all
goddamn,
depends
bro.
on the context that you consume people in, because there's a few
Yeah.
clips of Andrew Schultz that if you know nothing, no
About him?
context about
Yeah.
him at all,
Coming out
this
wild.
is all you see. It's like, yo, what is this nigga on?
Yeah. I think the only time I
You
really
can do that with us.
Yeah.
Shout
Oh, for
out
sure.
Elliott
It was
Wilson.
already done.
Shout
yeah,
out
there
Elliott
you go.
Wilson. That feel like the only time I ever remember, besides the alt-right Andy, only time Schultz ever said anything that bothered me, that had me like, it was weird, was when he was trying to like let blacks fly. You remember when the whole flagrant thing was happening?
Yeah,
And-
relax.
Yeah,
He sounded like Larry
It
David.
sounded crazy.
Nah,
and
Curb
it
Your
was just like,
Enthusiasm.
I just remember, and it wasn't like they
Same
didn't
thing.
they didn't hold on to it long, you know what I'm saying, on the podcast, on one of them Brilliant Idiot episodes. But Charlamagne was just like, hey, look,
Nigga, that's
you know I
yeah.
love you, but you're gonna stop saying blacks. You know what I'm saying?
He was like, every time you
know what
say
I'm
it, it just it lacerates me.
yeah, and I can't fuck with it. I love everything you do. I still like the joke, but you cannot do that no more.
It was the way he
Relax.
was saying it too.
And it was the way.
Yeah.
It was the context.
Yeah, and it was like
Said
I
that
was
like
so
he had some
happy.
new neighbors.
And Schultz completely eliminated out of his stand up.
But in that one moment, he was doubling down like a motherfucker.
yeah, he did. It was quick. That was the quickest conversation that I've seen Andrew pivot off of like some Charlamagne critique, which was understandable because it did. It was just like, man, I want to fuck with you, but I can't show people your clip. Bro.
Yeah,
they gonna be looking at me like, why are you listening to this white dude?
He probably
Especially
couldn't
at
even.
that time.
Yeah, he probably couldn't even enjoy it because how
Exactly.
was his family gonna look at it?
Exactly.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
So
First of all, you gotta justify Charlamagne being in that room.
Facts.
Because at that
Yeah.
point in time, as a Charlamagne friend, nigga, you're a lawyer.
Yes,
You're on retainer
yeah.
and you're going to war
Yeah.
defending everything you say.
yeah,
That's a
bro.
fact.
Yeah, dog. So that was always real interesting. But that was like the only time that I ever saw him directly like affect his career in art. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But and it was just one word. So that and still wasn't nothing. Show still did his thing.
And you know his intent.
And his intent, we felt that his intent
You know
was
his
crazy.
intent was always honorable.
And blacks
Right.
is kind of funny, like blacks. Like, the plural,
Yeah.
like adding the S
Bro,
changes
it's
everything.
crazy. And he's
Blacks.
like, and it was just like, you know, he's just on stage. You know, the blacks in here, they're not. They
Yeah.
don't like this. You know, it's
Sound like
just
the
like,
Hodge
damn,
twins.
nigga,
like a 50s comic, the blacks.
Yeah, that's that. It's it almost sounded like he was saying all the colors in here.
Nigga, he in gray and white, nigga.
Yeah, so that was crazy, but that was about it though. But I mean, just to wrap it up, I guess with this Loon and I don't know about this whole women are lapping dudes in the last 5 years. I don't
Well, can
know
we
about-
name any other dudes who popped up in the last 5 years?
Tax Stone.
Tax
Well,
Stone.
5 years.
5 years, I'm
How
saying,
far
who
back we
popped up.
going?
5 years. We
This
did that
would
for
go
women. Right?
5. Well, Tax Stone's been in jail for like 7.
Okay.
But I mean, 85 South. I mean,
And that's like three of them. You
Yeah,
know what I
that's-
mean?
and that's
Chico,
3 of 'em
DC,
right there.
and Carlos Miller.
yeah. I mean, if we're taking, well, we can just take it from the Just Hilarious era then, right?
Yeah.
So it was them.
This nigga might be right.
Yeah. You're trying to figure it out right
I'm
now,
trying
right?
to,
Yeah,
I'm trying to
it's
piece
tough.
together people's names.
I can't piece too many that I can't think too many that I added on. It's always just been Charlamagne in them.
Charlamagne
And
well,
Joe.
all the
Who were males in the space that was really taking over?
Mouse Jones.
Who was taking over?
Come on.
But none of the women we named were taking over
That's what
either.
I'm, like he's making
None
it
of the-
seem
but
like
none
they
of-
were the powerhouse.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Well, they
like, don't-
going further.
And we might be talking from
Going
an ignorant
further-
standpoint. We don't have no statistics to back this shit up. Everything,
true.
They
Yeah, we're just-
podcast might have been jumping.
Yeah, we're just going off of what we consume.
We just
anyway.
going off
Yeah.
what we like.
Yeah. I know Angela Rye's numbers are phenomenal because she's on fucking
Yeah.
like CNN and Fox every day.
And we're talking. And
Yeah.
these are people we're talking about who came from zero, because she wasn't around doing this shit at
In
all.
the last 5 years.
she
right.
was in some sort of policy. She was in some sort of policy.
Who else went
but I
crazy?
mean, podcasting wise,
Yeah, like who else went crazy in podcasting as a dude other
That
than like
started
Gillian
up.
Wallow?
yeah, Gillian Wild's a good explanation, a good thought.
Nori?
Nori, yeah.
Nori. He
Nori.
up there.
Nori, Gillian Wallow,
Shit,
Academics
Speedy.
was- Speedy went crazy.
Speedy,
Yeah.
Speedy went crazy.
Nah.
Speedy
Nah.
more.
Hell yeah,
He went crazy.
Bro,
He went
Speedy,
crazy.
If you're
Speedy
saying-
has several
Well,
viral.
I thought we was talking about specifically in the context of podcasting.
He does a podcast.
He has a podcast.
He has a podcast.
What's his podcast?
It's the
called?
interview joint.
Oh well, I guess it's
well,
not a podcast. Well, shit, they
Complex.
put the Breakfast Club
Bro,
on.
he
his-
behind Complex.
They put the Breakfast Club on goddamn Apple
do?
Podcasts.
Just Hilarious got Charlamagne backing her up. Like, it's the same shit. You
Yeah.
know,
I don't know.
but it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot.
You think?
But it did feel like he was saying it like
They lapping everybody like
like
crazy.
they were lapping.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That didn't
Like
seem
he's trying to
right.
keep the feds off.
There might be some
Yeah.
credence to that, but I don't like what he was saying about them all being original because it's a lot of whores with mics.
Yeah.
They're just talking
Oh
about
my God.
sucking.
Yeah, that's a fact.
but
a
that's
fact.
that's
What
that's
type
gotta
of-
feel terrible though,
what
right?
f-
When you do that and it flops. Ugh.
When you talk about sucking,
Oh.
it, nobody cares.
Yeah.
Definitely mark this area.
Shit.
You suck the wrong.
I'm about to say, definitely when you're doing it.
Yeah.
Instead of fuck
You got to
talking
be
about
selective with your slurping.
it. Yeah.
Horrible Decisions. I thought they did it the best.
They did. They,
They-
absolutely
they did it the best.
Or the Call Me Daddy girls, right?
Nah, Call Me Daddy did it the best. Nigga, they got
That's
the biggest
true.
check.
They got the biggest check, but I don't know how much of that. You know what? Never mind. I say that.
How much of what?
It's hard to. It's too divisive. Like it's too crazy. It's hard to say why one did better than the other. We can definitely do the. We can definitely say that race probably definitely
I was
played a
gonna say,
factor,
yeah.
right?
But what's the factor that you scared to touch?
Race probably.
Mulatto.
I don't want to say. Well, I'll bleep it. Just mark this area. It's all marked up in this area.
Yeah, fuck it.
I didn't want to bring up the fact that like.
No, we can approach that because
Yeah,
it's
you
not
know what I'm
about
saying?
race. It's about attractiveness.
Yeah, and
The-
attractiveness does increase it. You know what I'm saying?
Markability.
Markability.
You get what I'm saying?
Would you guys like to object?
Like what's those two women? They both had plastic surgery, big butts, big lips. You know what I mean? They're black women.
You talking about
They
Poor
have a
Minds?
podcast.
Poor Minds.
Poor
Yeah.
Minds. Yeah.
Another
Hey,
85
shout out to Poor Minds.
I fuck with Poor
Yeah.
Minds.
I like
Their-
Poor Minds.
You know, their shit is actually entertaining.
It is.
too.
It is good.
Yeah, their shit is actually entertaining.
Charlamagne had a point.
Yeah, but what are they doing that's different than what like horrible with Mindy and Weezy did?
Horrible Decisions and Call Her Daddy were the foundation. I would say Horrible Decision was the foundation for black girls.
Yeah.
Call Her Daddy was the foundation for white girls.
Now, if we put Poor Minds up against the what's the Daddy Girls? What's the
Call Her
podcast
Daddy?
name? Call Her Daddy. I don't know.
Oh no,
They
no,
might be
no.
more marketable because there's more white people, but I think those. Yeah, you get what I'm
for
saying?
for sure. But there was also another thing. Wasn't one of the Call Her Daddy girls
Objectively
like
speaking.
sleeping with the owner of like Barstool too?
Something crazy was
That'll
going on.
get you in
we look these
position.
women up?
They had one of those, I think, too. Like,
Call her daddy.
You see, I was gonna ask if you niggas
Yeah.
wanted to objectively objectify these people.
yeah. Well, I think Weezy looks good. It's
Yeah,
just-
Weezy looks pretty good. She's all right.
Weezy up, baby, and the F is for fine.
All right, let's see.
These are the Horrible Decision
Well,
girls, right?
Nah, this is
No, these are the
Nah,
Call Her Daddy
Daddy
girls.
girls.
Oh, that's what I meant to say. Yeah,
Yeah.
So we got a brunette and a dirty blonde.
and then dirty. Yo, that's like that one sitcom where they was waiters.
You talking about It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia?
This covers all the
Nah.
white girls.
I think it was broke girls or
This
something.
covers all the white girls. Though,
Yeah,
you
bro,
know?
that's literally the entire
Oh damn!
demographic.
Wait, zoom back in. I mean, look, they're classic white girls. Like
They are.
If I saw them and
I've passed girls that look just like that in Target.
you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
like
I don't know. The one on the right is kind of throwing me off.
she is.
It's just,
Well, I
it's
think
just,
I think it's because the way
picture.
the picture looks crazy.
Yeah, it's just a picture.
Pick a different picture of.
Yeah.
But no, this is 1A and 1B of attractive white girls. Like this is what white dudes enjoy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
they
either,
can see
it's,
this,
it's
right?
one or the other.
You can't
You
go
either
wrong.
like the big titty,
Yeah, they saw
blue-eyed
it.
blonde or the brunette with a nice personality.
You're right. Yeah, low key.
Those are tropes in all white movies.
There we go.
Oh, this is literally it.
See, now this is a more flattering picture.
Yeah.
Somebody said it's a lot of women out here fucking the producers and just working their way up like that. I forgot who said that.
Yeah.
Probably.
But I think that was a part of that was one of their big scandals.
They both got fake breasts.
Probably. I don't know.
Kind
Presumably,
of getting pushed up too, so I don't know.
That was a good eye. Yeah, they definitely wearing some push-up bras or something.
But I mean,
Well, that might just
it,
be
it
white
would,
privilege.
it would also help if you're sleeping with the owner of Barstool
Yeah.
to secure one of the largest deals in
Is this-
podcast history as well too.
Yeah.
That I'm sure that plays a big
And
factor.
that's like an
into that.
alleged thing, right?
And that's an alleged thing. Well, it was a whole scandal around it. I'm just gonna say alleged because I don't really know what the
yeah,
fuck was
protect
happening.
yourself and your lead.
You know what I'm saying? I have no idea.
We don't
But,
have lawyers.
Yeah, this
Now
is a
look
story
at these Texas bred women, right?
Okay, no, the caller, these women look good. Lex is my favorite though out of the two.
Who, the left or the right?
Lex is on the left.
Classic.
Yeah.
Well, not classic, but you know what I mean.
Dre was in the Division music video.
This is just the
Maul was
modern
in that
vixen.
video.
Yeah, I like the one on the right, but the one on the left, I've watched the clips. She seems cooler.
They're both
Yeah,
funny
in
to me,
terms
man.
of how
They're both
they
funny.
are.
Yeah.
They're both
Yeah,
funny
they're
to me.
both-
I'm not gonna lie, they're both hilarious. to
Honestly,
me.
and watching them with Nav Green, I actually
Yeah.
watched half that when Charlamagne was Charlamagne even there? I don't know, but
Probably there's black women in
but
the
it
room.
was them and Nav on Brilliant Idiots. This was like a year ago.
Yeah, I remember that.
It just
I do.
came up randomly when I was
Nav
like,
country ass.
bro, Nav is funny, but
I
it just
fuck with him
came
too.
up randomly, like at the end of a video, rolled into that one. Nigga, I ended up watching half that podcast
Yeah.
because I was like, damn, I forgot how funny this shit was. Like,
yeah.
that was a legendary episode. Speaking of replay value, those podcasts we do, I do go back and listen. Remember when Loon was talking about does academics make content that you go-
Rewatchable value.
Rewatchable content. Brilliant Idiots used to have some shit I'm going back 2
to
or 3
watch.
times to
Yeah.
watch.
There's Brilliant Idiots episodes that I've listened to like at least 10 times.
I've never
Not even exaggerating.
He was kind of glazing Kai talking about you would go back and watch Kai streams. I'm not
not
watching
doing
no
that.
Kai
Nobody's
streams.
going back, but it is getting consumed in a lot of different
It is.
formats.
We're also
Yeah.
not 16, nigga. We're not getting
That's true.
dismissed for lunch.
That's true.
We're
But he
not supposed to be.
made it seem like it was so consumable. He
Yeah.
was watching it though.
He was making it sound like super evergreen content.
Like he was
Yeah.
getting so much
Yeah.
more value from them than what he would get from academics.
yeah,
Which
so
is really, I would argue that his shit is just way more just entertainment.
I'll
Who,
go
Kai?
back. Well,
Yeah,
no,
surely.
I'll rewatch a academic stream because I'm trying to remember what facts he said.
Facts.
Yeah.
So there's more of a reason to rewatch an academic stream than a Kai stream.
Absolutely.
Which shows that he came from a position of hating that his opinion had him.
Yeah, true. But yeah, shout out to these poor mind girls. So maybe Charlamagne was right. The
Shout
women
out to the
haven't-
surgeon.
I'm
the
surprised
women,
that
but I don't know about smoking shit, but there has been a lot of women. But can we also contribute that to just like the push to putting women in front. Like you put a woman in front of your thing, you're gonna get more clips. Even Charlamagne was even talking about. Is this supposed to thunder today?
I know. I've been feeling this the whole time.
But Charlamagne was even talking about when he announced the Black Effect. He wanted to make sure that his CEO or his president was
a
on the
strong
cover,
black woman.
Was a strong black woman and was in the picture with him because he was like, because this shit gonna look fire. It's a black woman on the cover as the CEO. So I don't know.
I would like to believe that he comes from these issues from a righteous point, but it is a little coincidental that like the hottest shit that's going on that's popular to be an advocate of is what he's banking his shit on. Black women and mental health. How can you go against that in 2023?
I can give him at least that he kind of ushered in the
I was
black
gonna
mental
say
health.
he kind of made that play on his own.
At least he didn't jump on that.
Which is why I say I like to believe it's righteous.
Right.
Yeah.
But it is a little weird, the timing.
Nah, it's all a plan. Charlamagne's smart. He's not stupid.
He's
So
Machiavellian.
he definitely knows what he's doing, having like women around him, always talking about black mental health.
Yeah, he let us know how sick his chess is.
His chess game is.
He was talking about me and him had that conversation. He know we were talking about it. I didn't even tell him what I was doing on Tuesday. He seemed proud of that chess move that he got over on him. You know what I'm saying? I was like, that's the savage game y'all really been playing with each other over the last decade. You know what I'm saying?
Moving pawns.
Yeah. They've been playing pawn, and now that was a big hit. You know what I mean?
Now it's the end game.
In their personal game. Yeah.
But even if they pushing, the agenda is pushing women. Like, wouldn't you still say cream? The cream, like you always say, cream rises to the top, right? So like, I'm sure there's a lot of people being pushed, but it does seem like. Well, no, I guess there is a push.
The push helps, but it doesn't solidify them. Like they solidify themselves for sure, regardless of the times. Like we're not like excluding all the work, that they did. But
there's a bunch of, now that I'm thinking about it, there's more people coming to mind that are black podcasts. It's like the Pivot.
Oh yeah,
what is the Pivot? They brought that
sports
up.
podcasting got a lot better.
Sports podcasting got crazy
got
recently.
better. So that's what's really turning up for the guys.
You got you.
Like like we talked about Gilbert Arenas, Paul Pierce. I watched some of his stuff today again.
Paul George,
my fault.
Pat Beverly.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
JJ
Pat Beverly,
Redick.
JJ Redick, Draymond Green. All of those podcasters are going crazy now.
Damn, you know what?
Sports.
I kind of disrespected lip service. I said that.
Oh yeah.
I said horrible decisions ushered it in for the black woman. It was lip service.
It was lip service.
It was definitely lip service.
Definitely lip service.
They were the first
right?
to talk about sucking penis on mic.
My bad, Angela. How dare I do that shit to you? You know what I'm saying? That was
that's
crazy.
true.
Yeah.
That's
Angela had that whore talk in the bag for years.
Yes. Yeah. Let's not get. Yeah.
And it's
my
crazy because
bad.
she's so sensitive. She seems so innocent.
Right.
But when you hear some of her actual content when she's by herself,
it's crazy.
It gets ridiculous.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. And that show used to be just good. I was tuning into that one.
What?
I used to tune into back when I first started getting a podcast rotation. It was just Brilliant Idiots, Taxstone, and then I was Breakfast Club fans. I was like, I'll listen to
lip service.
Lip service, and it wasn't always. It was like the last thing I would listen
But
to.
you got the loudspeaker starter package.
Yeah, and
nigga.
I was definitely on loudspeaker only at one. But then I went back and listened to Combat Jack Show. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I was.
Premium Pete.
Yeah, Premium Pete. I was on that for a while, so I was definitely loudspeaker only for like the first year of me listening to podcasts. I wasn't, and the only one that was outside of that was Joe Budden. That was it.
Right.
Loudspeakers was killing shit.
They were killing shit. They was
were.
killing shit. So it was like that's really all I listened to for my first year.
Yeah.
I mean, how many options did we really have?
That's true.
You know what I mean? It really was. At least for us, hip hop
doing
and
it
black
that
space.
level too. Yeah.
Like Barstool, I'm sure they had their podcast over there, but I wasn't interested in that. And then Joe Rogan, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for the urban community,
It was loudspeaker.
Yeah.
They held it down for a nice little bit, nice little minute for real. But yeah, I guess there was a little something to it. So, I think. Oh, what else did I have?
shut these bitches. I'm surprised like they like no
go ahead.
Nah, what?
Okay. 85South show has a Netflix special on. Oh yeah. That was about to be so stupid. They're on Netflix, obviously. They have a Netflix special on Netflix. They have a Netflix special for the 85South show or the 85South show podcast. And I think this is the first technical time we've seen a podcast get a Netflix special.
Yeah.
We've never seen that before, but they're in that position.
They opened up new doors.
They kicked the door open with that move.
They really ushered it. I remember like years ago, they was doing their podcast in stadiums.
Yeah.
Like they would each come out and do their own set, and then they would like come together. and
Exactly.
That was one of the
show up.
first, my fault, but that was one of the first live podcasts I ever heard of.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, for sure. Me too. Yeah.
But it's a live podcast or live improv comedy?
It's perfect.
It's
you know what I'm saying?
both.
It's both. Yeah,
because
it's
they're
both.
all comedians, so they can each go out and do their own set, which they do, and then they come together and just fuck with the crowd.
And we've seen it live before, but we've only seen 2 of them. But
It's
so
cool.
what? And that almost made me nervous because they posted to promote the Netflix special, right? Bruh, I don't know if I just caught it at the wrong time or I was in the wrong comment area thread. I read like 7 comments back to back that were like, I'm disappointed. I was excited for this and it wasn't funny. Like they were low key shitting on the special. And I was like, just nothing. I just couldn't accept it. I was like, what the hell? Like,
because we've seen this before. Like
I've
we know
seen
how
this
it
before,
is.
and I'm like,
you know,
maybe they started off a little slow, but there's no way it was trash. I've never seen these people come together and be trash.
it wasn't trash, but I was a little disappointed.
I will say that it started off slow. The actual Netflix special, it started off slow.
Are there clips of this?
I don't have any clips.
Yeah,
It's on Netflix though.
Yeah.
But so because they're all stand-up comedians, just talk about it's just so interesting them coming together. Anyway, everything about their career is battle tested for what they do now.
Yeah.
Wildin' Out. Then they did Wildin' Out for 10 years. Then Wildin' Out did their tours. Remember that? So then they're all stand-up comedians. So they can do a live podcast, but they can bust it down as a comedy show. Each have a set, and then you get 85South show at the very end. You know what I mean? So it's like
they're their opening acts.
They're their opening acts and they're the finale. So it's crazy that
They don't gotta pay nobody else.
Yeah. So, and then but when we do get somebody else, it's somebody that we've already. It's Clean English. It's Nav Green. You know what I'm saying? It's
shit. I found a clip that's on YouTube, and the first comment was, "Sorry, this is not funny."
So
I saw the hate was.
I'm gonna send this to the group chat.
Okay, yeah.
How do you feel about the nature of it? Did it feel a little? It felt a little more scripted than
like manufactured because it's
felt
a
like
different level.
Like they had to put it together a little bit differently to be safe, to be fair. Like
it's a different level of angst that comes with like having a Netflix special.
So it's like they want to make sure that it goes over well. So they, you know what I'm saying?
The first one through the door. You got to make sure every angle in here is correct.
Exactly.
So sometimes it looked like I saw that some of this stuff was like really planned and I could see it. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, that was different than how I'm used to like engaging with them. I'm used to them coming off the cuff or feeling like it's coming off the cuff at least.
And then, like I've heard some comedians talking about how like filming in a theater, it completely changes the whole aspect.
Yeah.
Like
Compared to
more
that
trolls
comedy
are gonna
club.
want to like get up because you're filming a special.
Yeah.
Like the act of filming a special, it's a different energy.
And even then, it's like when you're filming a special, there's so much technical shit that goes into that because you could be killing in that room, but us at home, we might not feel the same energy that the crowd is having if they're not mic'd up properly. If the laugh, like you kind of need a laugh track.
That's true.
Because it makes everything funnier.
That's true.
You have to be able to hear the crowd
because we laugh at laughing.
It's completely necessary.
You know what I'm saying? We laugh at laughter.
So
even Andrew Schultz, he was talking about the ins and outs when he was doing his Netflix special. Like you gotta mic the crowd up so the energy is the exact same in your living room as it is in his auditorium.
It makes complete sense, and that was why when I saw those things, I was like Ooh, it's loud. It was when you put the headphones down, it was loud on the mic. But
nasty.
It was we've seen them live. So during the pandemic in 2020, Carlos and them were doing a tour still, but they did it at drive-in theaters. So
That's dope.
Fire, bro. So we went out there and it was like kind of over there, like on that Charlotte side, like outside of Charlotte, but one of them like smaller country towns outside of Charlotte. Bro, that shit was amazing, dog. Funny as hell. They did stand up. Chico was a surprise guest. He wasn't even on the flyer. So Carlos was on the tour.
That's an interesting move because Chico's from Greensboro, so you would think that they would want his notoriety and his hometown club.
So when he came out, it was even more lit. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, Chico's here. You know what I'm saying?
That's why they saved him like that.
That's why they saved it, and it's always gonna go over well, and it's just fun. But they did their stand-up comedy sets. The shit was hilarious.
Yeah.
And then they got on stage for 30 minutes together. and just was
Just
doing
riffing.
their thing. You know what I'm saying? So when I was seeing the comments of the people saying, "Man, this isn't funny," I'm like, they must not understand what their show is. Now, when I did watch it, I'll give y'all just like a breakdown of how the structure went. They come out. Their shows are always crowd work. You can, even when you see their clips go viral, if you've never been to an 85South show, their clips go viral because of them working the crowd all the time, messing with the person in the wheelchair in the front row. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Andrew Schultz.
You know, talking about somebody's titty, or a midget jumps on stage. You know, it's all that. So they started the show with that for the first half, and then they were also roasting each other. But the roasting each other wasn't funny. That was the part that wasn't funny because
Yeah, I was about to say that's the clip that I sent in the group chat. We might have to react to that.
okay. So yeah, that part it wasn't funny because I'm 10 years into seeing them roast each other. They don't even roast each other because they did it so much in the first 3 years. You know what I'm saying? I like, so I don't need that, and it wasn't funny to me. Now it might be funny to somebody who's never heard these jokes before. DC skinny, you know, Chico's built. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
like Gilly calling Wallow the prison lifeguard.
Exactly.
The shower lifeguard.
Chico's hair is not a shock anymore. We saw the whole grow out.
Nigga, you're bald.
All of those jokes dominated the first half of the special. And this is a 1 hour special, and that dominated the first 30 minutes. And then what was the interlude was 𝔓𝔦𝔐𝚃 comes out. That was lit. That was pretty dope because they're in Atlanta as well. They were in College Park. So it was lit. 𝔓𝔦𝔐𝚃 got hits. He did 2 hits, got up out the way. Yeah. That second half was funny, though.
Do you think that this material was for people who are being introduced to them for the first time or for their home audience? Because this is a Netflix
First time.
So there's going to be white
First
America
time.
that's never seen you before.
First time. And apparently they just did Brilliant Idiots. They took
I saw that, yeah.
Black Mirror out of the #1 trending spot on Netflix.
Yeah, they took that first position.
They took that first
They
position.
really was proud of that. They mentioned that a couple times.
That's huge, bro. Because Black Mirror is a big ass show that caters to everybody.
And it has a lot of names.
It has a lot of names. That show don't have no culture to it. That's just a good show.
It's just a good show.
You know what I'm saying?
Squid Games.
Exactly.
Game of Thrones.
Everybody, we're all watching. You know what I'm saying? So,
But 1 out
Walking
of
Dead.
10.
1 out of 10,
Like,
I would give it like a
With the show, the podcast?
the special. I'm just supposed to rate it on the funny or everything.
Everything. You have to rate it on
I give it an
everything.
8.
At 8. It's
As
not even that bad.
everything
It's not
all
that bad.
together, and that's just because. And when I say everything all together, I mean the fact that this shit was even done. The second half to me was funny enough that made me wash away the first half. Like I was okay with them starting the crowd off in these new eyes, real light and easy like that, because I thought the second half was that funny. You know what I'm saying? So because on the second half there was like at least 2 to 3 moments I bust out loud laughing.
Okay.
You know, so I had at least 2 to 3 of those moments on that back half.
Okay.
No questions asked. And then they chose to have Dungeon Family as the closers.
A word.
And I thought that was great too.
It's a nice touch.
Yeah, and they were in a College Park. They were in Atlanta. Now, one thing that I did find interesting as well too is that their target demo, their demographic was interesting. I thought I've seen their target demographic on videos and stuff like that, but there were a lot of people in there. I would say they were like 35 to 55.
Some older people.
Yeah.
I would
Oh,
say
you were
30
surprised by that?
I was. It seemed like College Park. It seemed like that crowd seemed like there was more on the 45 to 55 side than when
Yeah.
I've seen their clips on Instagram.
Right.
I feel like on the clips on Instagram, it's more speckled with older people attending.
But it felt 50-50 in this one.
That one felt more like 70-30. You know what I'm
shit.
saying? Like it felt like more older people at that one than I typically see in their crowds.
Right.
Which
They-
it could be the area. I don't know what that could be.
They bring out older
They
people
do.
in general.
They
though.
do, but they kind of cover a decent age range
they
as
do.
well too.
Yeah, they do.
Because I think DC's the youngest.
He is.
Yeah.
And Chico's between him and Carlos.
Carlos is definitely the oldest.
And they've
Almost
done
40 or on the back end of 30s.
they've done college tours too.
Yeah.
Like, I think they went to FAMU.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like, so the younger crowd, they definitely like.
Couple HBCUs to fuck with them.
Their live shows are good. I mean,
Their live shows are great, man. And I'm biased about them, but I would. It was good. It was good for. I'm still 15 minutes left though, so I haven't finished
okay,
it.
okay.
I still have 15
Nigga,
minutes
15
left.
minutes ain't gonna save. How
No,
long
it was
the
an
special?
hour. It was an
Yeah,
hour.
yeah. So I have 15
It's a
minutes.
quarter.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah, I was
quarter.
gonna
It's a
say,
quarter
I
at a
would
time.
make the difference,
It's a
yeah.
quarter at a time. So I'm still 15 minutes left to go. But it was funny. But to your point, some of the jokes I had heard already, that did kind of turn me off a little bit.
Yeah, and
Because
that
when
was
they talked about like the when he said they asked him like, "You got an older brother? Like, how old is your brother?" Like, as if it wasn't.
That's true.
And I was like, man, we know this, and like the
That's
real
true.
people who watch you, like I know that you. So don't play it off like you don't. Like this is the first time you had this conversation. Like,
But
it
that's
felt like it was supposed to be
Okay, I get that.
improv-ish, and it didn't feel improv-ish because of that. You know what I'm saying?
I get that, but the reason I didn't judge them against that is because just like a stand-up comedian flushes out his
That's
jokes,
facts.
these are tried and tested. These are the most viral jokes. They gave us some of the most viral jokes that we already saw from 2
That's
years
true.
ago.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
It was for newcomers.
got
it was
his
for
grandbrother.
newcomers. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
even though I feel you 100%, because
Yeah.
when they did the whole, like I have a brother that's 70 years
your
old.
grandbrother and
I was
shit,
like,
yeah.
we already went through this whole thing, but
But it's because of
cool.
it's because
I
of
know-
how they set it up to me.
Yeah.
Because they set it up like it was brand
we
new.
we saw the inception of the joke.
You know what I'm saying?
We saw the
Yeah.
inception of the joke. Now we see
Yeah.
the refined version of the joke. But we enjoyed the
inception of it because it was so pure. It was
Yeah.
so, you know what I'm saying? So that's the stuff that kind of turned me up. But I'm biased. I'm still gonna give him a good grade because I fuck with him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
You kind of have to.
yeah.
Can we
Yeah.
play that clip?
Yeah.
I want to see that.
Oh yeah, my fault. It's in the it's in the group
I'll
chat.
put it in the group chat.
All right, let me pull it up.
Yeah, but when that person said it was trash, I mean, and then she did,
wasn't trash.
She
Definitely
did
not.
want to. She didn't say it was trash, but she did one of those reviews that like will hurt your feelings. It was like one of the. It was like a 30. It was like a 40-plus-year-old woman's review. It was, I went to this and my expectations were high and I was really excited.
Yeah.
And I'm sad to say that you disappointed me. I was like, when I read that first comment, I was like, God damn,
It's like, yeah, Loon's grandmother.
yeah, bro. I was like, I felt like that hurt my feelings. It's called Ghetto Legends. That's right.
All right, we'll run this clip real quick.
Boy, y'all like niggas that shaped like gunshot victims?
I know you ain't talking. Nigga drink insurance in the morning. Shut your ass.
Boy,
Hey, wait.
boy,
You
you
doing
built
them
like
insurance
that.
at that small feature.
Stop. We supposed to be brothers. No, but for real, you built like a healthy crackhead.
Yeah, I feel like T.I. when he walk. What you say, partner?
Real shit. Don't he look like he about to say, nephew, I ain't on that shit no more. Look at him.
All right, now, Carlo, you get 2 more. Let me do them insurance at that small refrigerator right there.
2 more? I only got 2 more.
What about Chico? Look at his back.
Oh, Lord. Now y'all niggas gonna put me in it.
Even keep roasting me.
Leave me alone, DC. You built like a curling iron, nigga.
Nigga, you go swimming with all your clothes on. Ugly ass, boy. The fuck?
Boy, you look like a windshield wiper.
I seen your
Chico,
back.
you keep the hat on because the top of your head got a soft spot.
But got cradle cap.
Hey, fuck you.
Talking about that dandruff. That's cradle cap.
It was cold that day. I had to wash my shit. Fuck y'all
That
niggas.
nigga need to drink some breast milk.
We friends now.
Y'all friends again? Oh, good fucking job.
You know we gotta talk shit about you,
Assholes.
nigga. Your shirt got a shirt on.
Nigga, this is leather.
Trying to hide that back.
This is all the first half too.
If I got
This sounds
shot,
like
you gotta
first
hit my
half
car.
shit. You still getting warmed up.
Yeah, you know what I mean. They were cooking by the second half. I would say.
I'm glad that we played that clip though, because that other part, the other thing that messed me up was when Chico kept saying we supposed to be brothers. It felt like a bit, like it felt too much like he was
I've
doing
heard
a
him
bit.
say something like that before. He gets
Yeah.
into that black pride bag and it just feels
Feels
like
forced.
a bag.
Yeah,
it felt
yeah.
felt a little forced.
But I mean,
Overall, it was still good though. Don't get me wrong. Don't let this turn you off though. This is
Yeah.
like, don't let this turn you off.
No,
I
I'm
still
not
recommend to
horny at all.
watch.
I'm very turned off.
I will say that they seem to be using the first half jokes as the promo clips though. So maybe that might not be the best move.
Nah.
I think they should be taking more promo clips from the second half.
It depends. You also don't want to show your hand.
True.
You get what I mean?
'Cause
Like
if they
you show
knew
the
that
highlights in the fucking promo.
Coming from niggas who had to like rhyme to diss people on stage before for television, this was a little weak. Now I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
Like, you know how creative
'cause-
they've had to get in the past?
Yeah, because we know what you can do for a commercial audience because you did Wildin' Out for 10 years. And that's for everybody. So I guess. I don't know. Look, you know what I'm saying? It's like
it's tricky.
It's tricky. It's tricky. It's
Hey,
tricky.
This is the trials and tribulations of being a comedian. Sometimes you're gonna go on that stage,
and that's another thing.
and
too,
you're gonna
yeah.
bomb. It might be a little stale. You might kill. You might use the same jokes here that they went crazy over here, but these niggas just not giving you a giggle.
That's true.
And they
It's what
still
this part is.
still kick down a huge door for podcasters.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
Netflix collaborations.
They just got
For
a few
sure.
blisters in their foot. You know, that's what
Yeah.
happens when you kick down the door for the first
See,
time.
when they get their second one, I think their second one's gonna go crazy. Like I think it was a good first one. I think their second one they really gonna go crazy.
They're
They
showing
need to
what they
make
can do.
Yeah, they got to give the whole
It's the
range.
pilot.
And then now on their second one, I think they can get raunchier. They don't have to get raunchier, but they can
Loosen
really.
up. They looked a little stiff up there. You
Yeah.
feel
Exactly,
me? Like, it was
exactly.
all, I don't know, man.
But yeah, 85 South though.
Bright lights.
85 South. They did it. They
Ghetto
definitely
legends.
set a precedent for. They definitely hit a nice little benchmark for all
For
podcasts
everybody.
for everybody
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
They
You
definitely
might fuck around
established
and see
something.
Home Run on HBO Max.
Hey, no kizzy.
In the
Homeroom
investigative,
University. You know what I'm
in
saying?
the detective section.
HU.
I think the last thing that I have is
Selling Letterman soon.
yeah, facts.
Hell no.
My fault.
So the last thing that I got is Miranda Sings, or her name is not really Miranda Sings, but I think that was one of her aliases. Long story short, she got allegations of grooming and inappropriate conduct with minors,
That's never fun.
and she is a.
Can we get a picture of her, Lauren?
Yeah, we can get a video, but her. Well, yeah, we can
You
pull
want
up
to see
at
this
least.
bitch in motion?
We can at least put the picture up first. But yeah, I mean, she's been accused of
gracious.
doing things like sending her underage fan, because she has an underage market. Her content's for kids.
Yeah, okay.
But
Oh,
she
you can tell by her facial expressions.
yeah. So she'll do things. She did a 21 Forever 21 try on clothing thing, but sent some of the panties to one of her fans.
Some of the tried on panties.
Just one of them.
Just one of them. There's a couple people, and then she used to be in there, like, let's just say they had a Discord. Long story short, they had some sort of fan chat, and she would be in there, and she would be using the kids, like when she was going through her divorce, just to like trauma dump on them and just like tell her things about the divorce. She would ask them about her sex life. It would be weird things. She's been like, she'll do things where like she'll be on stage on a live tour, and in the group chat, she'll tell her fans to make sure you wear dresses or skirts tomorrow, semi-revealing but fun clothing. And then one of the bits on stage is she might be singing a song, and a 10-year-old girl that's one of her fans is on her back with her legs in the air, spread open, but she has a skirt or a dress on. So it's like,
and then she makes the joke is supposed to be a fart sound. She
Yeah,
makes it
then
so
there's-
that there's a fart sound that comes up, and she backs away and like, ooh, like you farted.
yeah,
She's
but
doing
it's
queef material with children.
essentially, yeah. So it's like there's a lot of things that she's been accused of, and not only has she been accused, they've dropped the receipts on them as well.
Oh Jesus!
And how old are these children?
I think I don't know what her demographic is, but it's children, so we know it's
Like
at least like
12?
I think it's like 12 and down for sure. Like I think if you're in high school, you're aged out of Miranda Sings,
Boys and girls?
boys and girls, because I think she does this like cringy
Yeah.
children's songs.
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious about one of these shorts. Can you go up a little bit?
Yeah, let's
What's
look
that
at it,
one
sure.
short where her face was like,
It's
go up.
Completely animated.
That one.
Yeah, that one does look crazy.
All right, let's click on that. Let's plug with it.
From humble beginnings to Hollywood success, OG
Somebody talking about her.
Oh, it is a
Oh,
hit
somebody
piece.
talking about it.
Yeah, what's some of her content?
Gotta go back and see.
Well, let's just watch her apology, because
Yeah,
that's
the
the best
apology
part.
is hilarious.
That's what we hear. You know what I'm saying? So long story short, this is up for her, and I don't even know if she has charges levied against her. Like,
Probably
Yeah, no,
not.
this is the court of public opinion right here.
yeah, this is the court of public opinion, but it's crazy because it's like so many receipts have been dropped. How is she not in the steel bracelets? You
Yeah,
know
this
what I'm
is
saying?
more like a Judge Judy.
Yeah, there's
type
been some
of-
receipts. Did you see when she was on stage singing and she was talking to a young boy and she had like the cheese puffs in her pants?
No.
And she was
Cheese
like, she had
puffs in
cheese
her
puffs in her
pants.
pants. She was eating them out of her pants, and she was like, and she'd like lean over and be like, "You want one?" Like with her crotch
Go and
area.
get you a handful.
Yeah, get you a handful. And then
Oh,
one of the
nah,
kids
that's-
reached in there and picked one up and was like, "I can't believe I just put my hand in
Smells
there."
like fish. Yeah.
She's crazy.
Yeah,
She's
it's kind of
crazy.
sick, man.
So
what's that rug feeling?
Yeah. So
But did she apologize like a child?
no, this is how she this is how she responded.
Yeah, let's watch her.
Probably put us up in timeout.
Let me get ready real quick.
Oh yeah,
This is pretty good, man.
she's definitely on punishment.
When
You can
she's
tell
an
by her
ugly
face.
crier.
She's an ugly crier, you said?
Yeah, just based off them thumbnails.
Yeah, we'll see.
Oh God.
This is the apology video?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
Hey, it's been a while since you saw my face. I haven't been doing so great, so I took a little break. So a lot of people are saying some things about me that aren't quite true. Doesn't matter if it's true though, just as long as it's entertaining to you.
She's
Right?
taking the R. Kelly approach.
All aboard the toxic gossip train. You're chugging down the tracks of misinformation. The toxic gossip train. You got a one-way ticket to manipulation station. Toxic gossip train. Tie me to the tracks and harass me for my past. 'Cause rumors look like facts. If you don't mind the gaps, I won't survive in the crash. But hey, at least you're having fun. Hi everyone. I've been wanting to come online and talk to you about a few things. Even though my team has strongly advised me to not say what I want to say, I recently realized that they never said that I couldn't sing what I want to say.
She a slick.
And
She's definitely stubborn.
today I only want to talk about the facts. So I hope that you'll be willing to listen.
She's talented.
Yo, can we for a second can we acknowledge that she got a pen game?
She
Yo,
is talented.
Could the baby do that?
No.
Like back when he had messed up in his situation, could he be like, "Yo,
If he'd have wrote a hit,
I'm
it would have.
apology."
If he'd have wrote a hit, I mean, I've been saying that about the baby the whole time. Like, if he'd have wrote like a crazy hit, we would have forgot.
Yeah,
we would have forgot.
She got one.
this shit got kind of slapped, bro.
Nigga.
Like the misinformation
this
train.
shit
I
She
was
might have
like,
that. She might have that R. Kelly, Michael Jackson level of talent to where it's like nothing gonna stick on.
But they all get accused. Why is it that they all those three people right there?
Yeah.
All of them. What do they all have in common?
Talent.
They got that pipe energy.
They can just keep finding themselves in particular situations with children.
This is a beautiful tune. It has like that
Yeah.
somewhere over the rainbow vibe, like
Yeah.
somewhere. It's like
I feel like if
beautiful.
I was 8 years old, she could convince me to suck a titty.
Yeah, for sure. Which is the dangerous part. Which is
do
why
it over a song.
play some tunes.
isn't it crazy that she's not in jail though? If this was a nigga, they're out of there.
She doesn't belong in there. It's too much fucking talent. Jesus Christ, this bitch is a star. Oh my God.
She
At
kind
least
of
let her have a 15-year career and let's bring this back up.
when she was looking
When we bring her up, when we build her up too much, we got to tear it down. Let's bring
Right.
this shit back up.
when she was looking at the camera, she does like give me a Harley Quinn vibe. Like she's definitely
she's
fucking crazy.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, no,
for
she's
sure,
just-
for
she's
sure.
definitely
Crazy.
You can't be this talented without some level of insanity.
My team told me I shouldn't do this, but
strongly
Yeah.
advised against this.
Still on, still.
But they said nothing about making a song.
Yeah.
and it's like she pauses when she's really dropping bars too, and then she hits that joint again.
Her
Like, y'all
timing is
gonna
on
hear
point.
this.
She
Yeah.
she understands everything she's doing. Her timing is crazy.
She's a
I want to hear the second chorus.
Okay, all right.
I don't even think we've heard the first verse
This is a
really.
ringtone, nigga.
This is hard. This is hard.
Oh my god, yeah, this is a good verse.
It's so good. I got scared we was gonna get copyrighted for this.
Hell yeah.
Nigga, this is a
We don't
product.
find
I wonder what the bridge is gonna sound like.
You're right. All right, yeah, let's
She
go.
got Max B with
Years
her.
ago, I used to message my fans, but not in a creepy way like a lot of you are trying to suggest. It was more of a loser kind of way, where I was just trying to be besties with everybody. It's kind of like when you go to like a family gathering, and there's a weird aunt there, keeps coming up to you and going like, "Hey girl, what's the tea?" And you're like, "Ugh." That was me, but in group chats with my fans. It was weird. I've been sharing my life online for over 15 years. I've poured my heart out to you, and because of that, I feel like I'm talking to my friends. But in the beginning of my career, I didn't really understand that maybe there should be some boundaries there. There were times in the DMs when I would overshare. details of my life, which was really weird of me. I haven't done that for years, you see, because I changed my behavior and I took accountability.
Stop the video.
Yo, this is.
She needs to be in the hospital. Lock this bitch up.
Yo, because
I'm telling you,
because she's not denying anything.
She's not denying. Like
she's just saying, "Hey, I just don't do it
and
no
then
more."
how she's Tony.
No.
She's literally acting it out. Like she's like, it's so crazy of me. Like, bitch, what? Like,
But
it's crazy.
She said, "I did everything that y'all are accusing me of."
No, she said y'all exaggerated what happened. She was like, y'all made it seem like a predator when I was really just like a loser.
But
what?
That's what she
That's
said.
what
That's what she
she
said. That's what she said.
That's what she said. That's literally what she said.
No, she's reshaping what a predator is.
That's what I'm saying. She's changing the definition.
That is a predator.
A loser.
To her, she just thinks she was the weird aunt. But no, that's predator
She
shit.
said, back in 2008, it wasn't weird to like text
she's
children.
talking about the oversharing part.
I wasn't a predator back then when I was sending panties out to people.
Yeah, like
I just thought I was being cool by gifting these.
Whenever you compare yourself to the weird aunt, you're setting yourself up for potential failure. But she didn't say weird uncle. Weird uncle would have solidified that shit.
Okay. Tony, hold on, Tony.
The weird uncle.
I can't follow you on that one because they
nigga's
both
logic
bad.
is crazy.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
They both bad.
I don't believe it. Is there any screenshots?
There's video evidence of her doing stuff.
And bro,
We're gonna
Tony,
address that after this.
Tony, you don't need to see evidence.
She's crazy, but I don't think that she's that
I
kind of
think
crazy.
in this part she was just talking about the oversharing in her little text threads, talking about stuff.
She might be on like the MJ level, the Michael Jackson level,
But
to where
she's stuck as a kid.
She had no childhood.
to where she's just strictly trying
child.
to sleep with them.
She's stuck
like
as
in a
a-
bed.
oh, no.
but
Wait,
not,
no.
Oh,
but
I see what
not,
you're saying. Yeah.
but not
actually
trying
share
to-
a bed.
Actually, like just share a bed. It's wholesome.
Because she thinks she's a grown ass child, nigga.
She's stuck
Nigga,
in
I'm not
child.
helping your point. Your point. I need to hear more.
You want to hear more?
I want to hear more.
All right.
What the fuck is this bitch?
Interesting, is it? So let's go on the toxic gossip train.
The toxic
The
train.
locomotive's fueled with hateful accusations. The toxic gossip train. Steamroll over someone's reputation.
And another
Toxic gossip train.
When you put a good tune next to words
Some bad
that
shit.
benefits you,
Yeah.
it creates psychological
It
coding
changes. Yeah,
that
yeah.
is like
This is witchcraft.
Yeah.
If this was the Salem witch trials, we would have burned this bitch. But
Yeah.
nah, we gonna
Yeah,
celebrate it
that's
on
true.
YouTube.
That's true.
Nah.
I think this. How many days was it out? I think it's only been out for like
A week,
4
almost.
days
Yeah.
or something
4
like
days,
that.
4 days, yeah.
And
it's
how
at-
long
it's at
was
like,
she singing?
It's at like 7 million views.
She's singing for
It's
10 minutes.
up. Yeah.
oh god.
Yeah, we don't have to watch the
Yeah,
whole
we're not
thing.
watching
She got a
the whole thing.
SoundCloud link.
She just repeats a lot of the same things.
That's what I knew she was gonna do that.
And she's driving. She's programming us.
Toxic. Yeah, what she say?
She do both things.
Oh my god. He won't stop. He won't stop.
She's programming the listeners.
Yeah.
My DMs are a
Toxic.
little strange.
Yo, you over there freestyling too.
Train.
Yeah, this is your shit, huh?
Nigga,
Yeah,
this shit is a hit.
And it's
nigga.
is it
It
two
is.
parts?
I ain't gonna hold you. It is a well written song.
Yeah, this is amazing.
I appreciate good songwriting.
She's expressing a point all while being melodical still.
What's
Which is
Yeah,
keeping
yeah.
us entertained.
This is talk about cohesiveness. There's a lot of niggas who can't put a song together and be
Nigga, she
cohesive.
sound like Slick Rick.
Songwriter wise, she was dropping bars.
She dropping
though.
bars.
She's
For sure.
Slick Rick.
Yeah.
And what's the title? High.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, she definitely touched some kids.
You do not need a title. You don't need a divisive title when you come and swing it out the gate like this.
Come on, nigga.
This is as good as it
Nigga, the
gets.
video speaks for itself.
That's why like Moist Critical. I feel like his titles be just like so dry because his script is about to be a phenomenal.
Yeah.
He about to come out of he was like,
But-
I was prepared like Mordor, and he's gonna come out the gate with some
It's
wild
also
shit.
that white dude irony. It's like the
Yeah.
irony that it's like it's just a regular title.
Yeah, but
Let's play some more of this hit, man.
nah, I can't do no more of this. It's too much.
Nigga, this is
I feel
amazing.
like-
This is Miranda
There's no
sings.
third verse.
I feel
she
like
might wrap it up in the end.
She started repeating a lot of the same stuff.
Ah.
She never denied anything. She just repeated everything from that first verse because she only got about a verse and a half on it.
Yeah.
But what if there's only so much that she could say or like deny because of this like situation?
That's true, but
But she's
it looks.
singing it. But she can sing it though.
She could sing that, but at least she could at least sing that because of legal situations. I can't say nothing.
That's what
But-
she said. That's how she started this video off. This is a song because my lawyer said I can't speak it.
But
Yeah.
she didn't even sing everything.
What you mean?
Like she didn't sing all parts of the dirt.
Hey, you know, there's
Yeah.
ad libs.
Yeah, she didn't give us. She didn't present any facts, even though she said the bar said, "I'm going to give y'all facts."
Did she even change the beat?
Oh no!
Was there a little like?
There's no need. It's
There was no
it's
need.
well
It was-
it's well put together.
She was going
She had the
crazy.
right chords.
She was going
All you
crazy
need is
on
about
that
3 chords,
ukulele.
4 chords. You good?
Yeah, that's what
She got
I
her shit
say.
tuned to like the God frequency, nigga. It's just resonating with you. Oh,
toxic gossip train.
The toxic gossip train. She sound like she could do like kids informational music.
But that
like
is-
how
that
a
is-
bill
I think-
became a thing.
I think that is her lane.
She's amazing at
I think that is her lane. This is what she did. What she displayed us is why she's
Where she's
Miranda's-
at.
Why
Yeah.
she's
She's
so
miraculous.
Big. Yeah.
This might be her new resume.
Yeah, this is the new transition into the new her.
Nigga, once companies see this, nigga, she can dodge.
They're like, what allegations?
Yeah,
nigga, where?
She can
Open that
dodge
deal back
allegations.
up.
She can
got
sing.
she just got 10 million views in 7 days.
Nigga, crazy.
Cut that shit
Sign
on,
her
nigga.
right now.
And nobody knows if she did it.
Yeah,
It don't matter.
it don't even matter. The bar's going crazy. The song goes crazy. It's a hit.
What is that haircut?
And where's the screenshots? Like, you know, with shit like this should be screenshots.
Nigga, you
right?
don't care about
There's a
this
bunch of videos, but I didn't have time to pull all them together. I mean, this is another one of those things that, just like the Lena The Plug and Adam22, everybody's talking about this. You can go to
Yeah.
any video, and they all got the whole thing. They got the name of the boy that's frontlining the lawsuit and everything. Like they got him in all these long videos.
What does it take to sue a woman like this? You know what I mean? Like, what would have to happen to you for you to come years later and sue a woman like this?
She would have to
Like,
touch you when you was underage.
Yeah, pretty much. That's about it.
That's about it.
I saw something. Yeah, I don't know what the statute of limitations is on that. And I saw something where the trial for the Michael Jackson victims is about to start. I was like, the
I saw
trial?
that. Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell? Like,
Yeah, his estate is still working. this
yeah,
morning?
that's why I was like,
What they
so
gonna
I-
have Tito Jackson on stand for?
I don't know, bro. I literally don't know. That's why I don't even know when does this end. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's up for you for the rest of your life. Just from what it seems like,
That shit
even
like-
after death, it's up for you
Shit like
because
student debt.
his estate's about to go to trial over something. I thought all that was done.
It's probably why she made this video. She needs some streaming money to pay a lawyer for
sure.
years
Because
to
this is
come.
gonna be an expensive lawyer.
Yo, imagine Michael Jackson's version of this.
Because she has a
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know what it would sound like.
It would sound immaculate, nigga.
It would sound like We Are the World, but just I didn't do it.
That's true. If he had like 400 people singing behind him,
Yeah, it's like Billie Jean and We Are the World together.
Man in the Mirror. It'd be like Man in
A
the Mirror
mix.
Part 2.
It would be like a
That
mix.
admits guilt.
Yeah,
That
Man in the-
admits too much guilt. Man
That's
in
true.
the mirror.
That's
Why
true.
you reflecting on it?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. But shit, she's doing that. She's pretty much reflecting on it. She pretty much laid out the play.
Nigga.
She thought she was just being weird. She didn't realize she was being a predator.
You put the right amount of 808s behind anything, you can say whatever you want.
Now, if somebody, I wonder if that's happened on TikTok yet. If anybody's like made a beat out of that, like through the drum pad behind it.
Black Masted.
Yeah,
Is that his name?
or something
Black
like
Mass.
that. That'd be
Knowledge.
crazy.
Knowledge
If-
need to touch this.
If they turn that up.
Oh, ooh, that might be bad mojo though, especially because of what this is about.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you might
Nigga,
not
this is
wanna-
about fake news.
Yeah.
Nigga, don't
This
say
is-
that.
Dame Dash would love this.
Dame Dash would probably.
She's got a bright future.
This is a diss track against Chatty Patties, nigga.
Chatty Patty sounds childish. It's probably bad to even say that in her, around her. Like Chatty Patty.
So what you saying, Tone? You a new fan?
New fan. I ain't gonna say all that, but she definitely got a hit on her. It's
Okay,
a
I
bop.
feel that. It's a bop though. It is a bop.
I would love to see some of her other content.
It's definitely a bop. I ain't gonna hold you.
But you know, she touching them kids, you know.
Yeah, like, I kind of want to
Got to
see.
chop her head off, right?
And this is her channel. Can you just click on her channel?
Yeah.
I think this is her spin-off channel.
Vlog channel.
Yeah.
So this is the one because the whole music thing is Miranda Sings. Oh yeah. So I think the whole music thing that she does is Miranda Sings. I think that's a whole nother channel. That's where she mainly does those type of songs. But this is her I'm a Regular Person channel. But
For
she
grown
brought
folks. This is her Adult Swim.
this is exactly, yeah, essentially, yeah, for children's content. Are those on her channels? God damn.
Yeah.
Damn,
Miranda
hit
sings
like-
lipstick.
It's
Jesus.
crazy. You want to know? We probably served her at McDonald's. She probably didn't even know.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I would never recognize this person
I
on the street.
don't. I hate this
Never.
version of YouTube.
This is a crazy
This style of
It's a
video.
niche.
Do you think there's
It's
any-
a niche.
Do you think there's any way to be a a children's content creator and not be a creep? Does it seem like rare?
No, it's always creepy. There's this one
creepy.
YouTube channel that's called 𝙼𝙾𝚃𝚃. It's like this little girl and like her parents and her family. They make like content and vlog shit. Pull that shit up.
I saw.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
I saw a Reddit post. It was like a anonymous tip, and the Reddit post was like, "Look, I'm a child YouTube star. Like it's terrible for us. We're overworked.
That's
like
another
nigga,
thing.
my parents abuse me for my likeness.
Exactly,
I don't.
right.
I don't even owe my money, my bank account.
That's what I was about to say, bro. I don't know if there's any ethical way of doing it because if the kid is there, the kid is the one that is possibly getting exploited by the parents.
Always.
And then if it's the adult catering to children, you just look weird.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's no win-win. It's like somebody's taking the L, either the adult catering to children or the child that's getting abused and little TJ'd out or whatever that Asian girl name
And no
was.
matter like, it doesn't matter what you do. Like with I think with Pee Wee Herman, he got caught beating his dick
in a movie theater.
in a movie
But at
theater, which
least
isn't even like.
his was just on some weird.
But it had
male
nothing to do with kids.
Had nothing to do with
but
kids.
it affects the kids.
It does.
That's why
It
you
does.
can't.
It does.
It's very hard. You got to be on a strict plank.
Pretty much,
But-
Obama's like Obama's like the only person that we know that like doesn't have any dirt because it would have came out by now.
Yeah.
He's like the only one that I think is safe for children's content.
Yeah.
because at least nothing weird will come out.
Him bombing Iran and shit.
Oh,
but
yeah.
the kids got to get older to even understand.
Exactly.
Understand that
Depends
shit.
on what color the kids
And
are.
can you go down a little bit? How
You
much?
You can't get caught with doing nothing.
This is only one of their channels,
How
which has
much-
5.7 million views.
Jesus.
How much? Like on average, like just you don't have to look it up, but how much is 1 million views? Like you know that off the top of your head,
No, hell no.
In terms of
because
currency?
it's completely different from
especially because this is
shorts
But
to
they're
long
getting
form content.
these are their popular videos are like 108 million views.
That's what I'm
It's like
saying.
Mr.
though.
Beast
It might
type
be.
numbers.
Let's just say 10 grand.
And so
Maybe it's 10 grand.
They
And
upload
the
every
dad-
2 days.
The dad is the Diddy of this.
Nah, it's probably the mother.
No, I've seen it.
Oh, this
My
is that
little
channel.
sister be watching this
Oh,
shit.
okay.
Oh,
It's just strange.
And
And
then,
they've
like,
been doing
and then-
it since she was a baby.
And what are these kids? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what is this girl going? When she gets 15, when she gets 18, what is her
Nigga-
vlog gonna say?
nigga,
She's
she
gonna be
gon-
like Miranda Cosgroves from wait, which one was the blonde one on iCarly?
I thought you was talking about that one girl from that soccer movie. Remember that soccer movie? She became a dude that played soccer.
No.
Is it a Disney Channel
What?
movie?
Y'all don't remember that movie?
He became a dude that played soccer?
It was a white woman.
Don't remember that at all.
Nah, I'm not sure.
It was a lot of
Bend
white
it like
women.
Beckham.
Nah, it was a lot of white women that
Only one I
went
think of.
terrible and started doing
This
crack.
shit-
music.
Okay.
But I'm talking about the blonde girl from iCarly. She wrote a book about hating her mother when she died.
Her shit was crazy.
Yeah.
Her shit was crazy. I have no idea what her name
What was
is.
her name?
I don't know, but it was the blonde chick from iCarly. Yeah,
Yeah.
she dropped a crazy book that was like,
Fuck my mom.
yeah,
She
her
did
mom
the
had-
Eminem approach.
yeah, her mom had just died. She was like, I'm glad she died shit. Like, yeah, that was
breath
This
of
girl
fresh
right
air.
here.
yes.
Yes.
Yup.
Jeanette McCurdy.
Yes.
Curdy. Whatever you say.
She dropped a bomb on her mama after she died or while she was alive. I don't know. The book might have sent her to the grave.
Either
man.
or, she's probably on the way out.
Yeah, because that shit was crazy. Her little thing, and then
Yeah,
they
what's her
kind of
book?
like blackballed her and shit too.
I think
Damn.
even the title of the book was "I'm glad my mom died."
Straight for the jugular.
That's crazy.
It was wild. And then I watched a couple.
Told-
I watched a
told
couple of
with-
YouTube videos.
Did y'all
on
read
it.
that book?
Nah, but it says
Nigga.
told with refreshing candor and dark humor. Nigga. Candor.
Refreshing candor. And
What does
dark
candor
humor.
mean?
It's an inspiring story of resilience.
Reading age 1 year and up. She said, I want everybody to read this.
Holy.
And the
What?
joy of shampooing your own hair. This is a
Wait,
fucking.
is this a kid's book? No, couldn't be.
No, it couldn't be. It's too elaborate.
The title can't qualify as a kid's book.
qualify.
right?
Yeah, no,
kid
that
book.
would never be in a Scholastic book.
That's
fair.
crazy.
Can you pocket watch book sales like you can album
Most
sales?
There's a way to
Yeah,
do
you
it.
can,
Yeah, there's a
you
way to
can.
do it.
You can see the paperback, the hardcovers,
Yeah.
audio
Man.
download.
She definitely got a lot.
I mean, that joint got a
Nigga,
4.7 star
I was
rating.
about to say, God damn.
She's critically acclaimed.
How
That-
much- how much is the book?
It did good.
$17, bro. That's an expensive book.
So nigga, that's probably like
She probably made $5 every book, something like
Yeah.
that.
But she probably
the-
got her own book
Because the
imprint now.
publishing,
Uh-huh.
53,000 reviews. So we
That's
can
a-
just.
yeah.
She sold millions of those books. Bro.
Those
Bro,
are
millions.
reviews. Yeah.
Yeah, easily.
because
So
I
she got-
remember when she dropped the book, it was like a clip of her talking about it.
It was a
when-
big thing.
Yeah. Jeanette
that
McCurdy.
book money does seem like eternal money.
Yeah, and like that's something that you can always hang your hat on. I was a New York Times bestseller.
Yeah.
I feel like it don't take.
That's
much
when
to
they
be
introducing you to mainstream, like New York Times bestseller.
Yeah, I don't-
week.
It's like 1 week of you'll be there for 1 week.
I'm about to
and
say,
that's
is New York Times? Yeah, damn, excuse me, my bad. Is that pretty much like billboards? It's just strictly off the numbers, so it
Yeah.
doesn't matter whether
No.
the book is good or bad.
No,
Like
because
if you're really
Yes, it is.
famous,
Yes, it
I've
is.
heard Charlamagne talk about this because with his first book, it was it got the New York Times bestseller, but with the second one, it did it, but it was more successful. So he was like, I don't know what's the criteria for that
Oh,
shit. And
okay,
even
okay,
Chris
okay,
Monroe
okay.
came on camera and he was like, nigga, it's one of them. It's like
There you
being
go,
the
right
MVP of the NBA. There's a lot of, an author had to make a minimum.
5,000 book sales.
What is the New York Times bestseller list? In short, the New York Times bestseller list requires an author to make a minimum of 5,000 book sales, higher
So-
depending on the list, in a single week across diverse retailers from
Right.
multiple geographic
So
locations.
it's a numbers thing. It's a numbers thing.
But it's
That's-
also a
that's-
network.
That's the criteria. But how many books
Make
come
that-
out are selling 5,000?
Right, but
Probably a lot of the
A
big
lot.
ones.
right. So you could make
Most of the
you-
big ones, probably the top 50, even top
Right.
100 is at least
So
selling
you
5,000
make
books.
the list, but to become number one, you just got to be the highest on that list.
But
But I
or
think
who
there's
you-
a lot of story and a lot of theme that goes on to it. It's like being the NBA MVP.
It's
Like you don't gotta have the best stats and the best season. There's got to be some type of shit that we can like make this a storyline out of. There's got to be
Yeah.
an arc to this shit.
I don't know, bro. I think this one's specifically statistical.
I don't think
Nah, bro.
it's a lot of it's a lot of ego. It's a lot of who you know.
The New
It's-
York Times bestseller list. You think that they just handing that out to niggas?
Because what did you say Charlamagne said? He
Charlamagne said his first book got it. His second book was more successful, more critically acclaimed. I think it sold more, and he didn't get it for that one. So,
But
and
it's
him
like-
and
it's
Chris-
like-
Wait, no,
it's
hold
like
on,
week
wait,
drops, though.
hold on though, because in that it's up there part 2. He said I'm a New York Times bestseller 2 times.
Yeah.
Does he have 3 books?
No.
I think he's counting some of the lobs and assists because he has a book imprint. So like, what's
that's
that one
right.
book
Yeah, he
that
does. Yeah, I
that
forgot
Soch
about
used to
that.
roast him about for
Yeah,
like marketing the fuck out of it?
Tamika joint.
Tamika Mallory.
That's right. I forgot about
not
that.
Something about
Yeah.
waters.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Shallow
so
waters.
Shallow waters, yeah.
So it might be for that then. Yeah, that's
But
true. Okay.
but isn't it just about like your drop week? Like maybe the second time he dropped when the Drake of the book imprint dropped. You know what I'm saying? Like
well, I'm not even thinking
And
that.
that's what I'm
I'm
saying
thinking
is
if
beyond just statistics because he still could have got the fucking number, but then the Drake of the book we dropped. There's a narrative to that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I
That's gonna be
understand
more
that. I
profitable.
understand that, but it's still gonna be based on the numbers. All I'm saying.
It plays a big role.
I mean,
but
I don't
it's
know. I could be
Still,
wrong.
I feel like it still doesn't come down to just numbers.
It can be.
the
it's
number
too
one
many-
album of the week, pretty much. It's not that.
It's too many criterias.
I mean, we hear what y'all saying, but this thing definitely just says
bruh,
it's
it's
Like
pretty
even
much,
even to make the
this,
double
this thing
XL,
pretty much says at least as long as you sell 5,000,
numbers,
you get
bruh.
it.
but
And
even
that's what this is saying.
even
As
to
long
make
as you sell 5,000.
Then you get on
Minimum.
the list.
Then
So
you
to
get-
be number one on the list, you got to sell the most of everybody on the list.
I don't know. I think that
That's
might
it.
be.
Numbers.
Why wouldn't they say that? Why wouldn't they say the
'Cause this is just-
best-selling book instead of minimum
We
5,000?
didn't click on the hyperlink either, though.
Minimum 5,000 seems like that's the barrier to entry, and then at that point, we really picking and choosing.
Oh, okay.
It only
Because
needs to jump-
otherwise, they probably would have
Yeah.
specified the best-selling book.
because there's a lot of lists. It's a lot of genres. You only need to be like number one on one list to be a New York bestseller. Like, you know what I'm saying? So as long as you hit number one on one list, you're there.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
But
yeah,
my-
because there are a lot of genres of books. Because like, if you're dropping a mental health book, but they haven't dropped a mental health book for 6 months,
You know what I'm saying?
you're automatically number one. But then if you drop like, if Game of Thrones finally releases another book and you got the nerve to drop a fantasy, you're fucked.
You're
Yeah.
done for.
You know
You're
what I'm
not going to.
saying?
You're not
Yeah.
going to get there.
It's just like if Drake drops on the same week that you plan on
it's
dropping.
done. Get out the
You
way.
get overshadowed.
yeah.
Who knows?
I
But I mean,
forgot my
It's
point.
weird.
that's it
altogether.
though. That's it though. Anyway, I mean, we're pretty much done topic wise. We don't have nothing else.
What time we at?
We had 2 hours 41.
I'm about to say, y'all want to watch a Hodge Twins video?
I gotta go to
Because
the
I
bathroom.
was showing through YouTube and I saw some shit. I was like, this looks funnier than the last shit we looked at.
Okay. We can also tell people to look out for the MenaceMaterial Olympics. That's coming soon.
Oh yeah, let's
Oh,
talk
you gonna
about that
put
until
that
he
on
gets
wax?
there.
Yeah.
Until he gets here.
Until he gets back. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, Menace Material, we are having an Olympics.
Yeah,
we
so-
are having a competition of might
A
and
combine.
will. You know what I
combine,
mean?
yes.
We have different obstacles, strength. All right. We're doing basketball.
We're doing speed.
We're doing speed. We're doing vertical.
Vertical tests.
We are doing boxing. I don't know.
Potentially. We're gonna figure that one out.
We're gonna figure that out. We're gonna figure out how that's gonna be done.
I think we're the only two ones down with it.
Yeah.
Down with what?
Boxing.
Nah, ain't nobody scared to box you, nigga.
Look at this guy.
You can tell it in his face.
You can tell.
What, nigga, what? Think you niggas are scared? First of all, Lauren could be a fucking Golden Gloves. The fact that he's a foot shorter than me, I have delusional confidence.
Nah. I feel you though, because that's how
you get what I'm saying.
That's how it be when you don't fight.
Yeah.
Like when you don't know the game. Like if anything, that makes it more dangerous.
You're only confident in this because you're the only one that trains for real.
Not really.
Yeah.
And I don't train for real. It's something I do. It's a hobby.
And I'm not even that
hobby.
I'm not even that confident in it. I just know that I'd have fun doing it.
Yeah, it's just some fun shit.
I just have fun doing it.
Shit, he knows he had fun. But you know, we're gonna have a test to see who's the superior athlete on the show. We don't have to go through all the challenges because he's speaking right now. But you know, niggas like learning shit the hard way. So niggas gonna find out.
Yeah.
Don't believe that shit.
Yeah. Tone, one thing I've learned about Tone is that he has a really good talk game. That's why he's a podcaster. And
I think Tone just be talking.
He just be talking, bro. He has a really good talk game.
I'm great at it.
But I have a feeling that your talk doesn't like back up the same way that your action does. As far as sports go,
it's actually the basis.
I feel like you're close, but you're like you talk a little bit further than you actually are.
I think you're getting in his head.
I think it's actually who, me or him.
I don't know.
It's the only reason I'm able to speak the way I do.
Okay.
That's that's the only basis for that.
Because you had to find something to be good at.
Because I had to find something to be good at. That's an interesting perspective, or maybe something to be good at found me.
I think he's gonna say that shit.
Like, you know, the game chose me and it's been good to me ever since. You get what I'm saying? I don't know. Cup half empty, cup half full.
I can't wait for these confessions on like who we think is who we all think is gonna be first. Yeah, who's gonna be second.
Get a series of questions.
There's a few guaranteed W's that everybody knows about already. Like, you're gonna win the fight and you should, unless you just gonna. Unless I might put the biggest upset in fucking
crazy.
sports history.
You would never do that.
Nah, the biggest
lucky
upset would be if
kicks.
Lauren won this fucking basketball challenge.
That would
be the biggest upset.
I wouldn't be surprised if AJ beats you either.
In basketball?
Yep.
AJ's knees.
He doesn't
I don't
move
know how
fast
strong.
enough.
Yeah, his lateral.
He doesn't
movement
move
speed.
fast enough.
I don't think you
laterally.
have a pure enough jump shot, so there's that. So I think that he has the potential to
keep
beat
under.
you.
I don't.
And then
My shit is brick city.
Yeah, I believe
underestimate that.
I believe that.
He's gonna give me all the room I need. But I already had it because you're below me.
You got.
I'm definitely gonna be the fastest, speed wise. You know, I know that for sure.
That's a little in the air. We'll
He's
see
gonna
about
be the
that.
first to trip, which would make him the fastest at something, but not at running.
We'll
Got
see
it.
about that. We'll see about that.
I can't wait till we bring this to y'all. Like, you viewers, your
can't wait
listeners,
either.
like, I love the fact that you are here now so you can see this in real time. 'Cause
But
this
they didn't see it before?
No, this came up organically. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that we have a nice group of people who enjoy what we do, you know what I'm saying? And they're able to view this and see this, and we can get real unbiased, honest critique on how things went, even though they're going to be clear winners.
Yeah.
You know, there's still going to be ways where people can talk about what
I
happened.
feel what you're saying, because if you're gonna lose, you want to lose amongst friends and family, so they can pat you on the back and make you feel better about it. You know what I
friends
mean?
and family
They're
fair.
not gonna rub it in too well. And you know the best thing about losing to me is that if I'm talking at all, I'm doing it before. But during and after, like, there's nothing to be done. Like, you already said it. It's already happened.
I got you.
Yeah, it's happened to you.
So you're not going to be talking any trash during the games?
This is the extent of the trash that's going to get talked, because everything else is going to speak for itself.
And I want to let you people know that they have been at it like this for last day.
You
or
see,
two.
I'm the type that I'll break your ankles and hit the shot, and then I'm not going to act like anything happened.
Got you.
Because this is not normal. I mean, this is not new to me. This is very normal.
Got you. Okay.
You said it's not normal.
Like, he fell. That's what he was supposed to do.
Oh no,
That's what I intended.
I've never seen you do that.
Exactly.
I broke you.
Thank you. The
No,
person. Wait, let me ask you a
broke
question.
you.
Did you hear that? As the
I broke
viewers,
you before.
I hope y'all heard that. They've known each other all their
No,
life. You've never
listen
seen
to
him do
that.
that.
You talking, but you're not listening. I said I've broken him before, and he said probably, and he flashed back to all the highlight clips.
No, I'm saying that it's like we've been hooping together for a long time.
It takes more than that. You got to be nice enough to do that to somebody.
But it's not really. It just happens. Shit happens.
Nah, but and be honest. Be honest.
He said he's never seen you do that.
The last time.
Seen you do what?
Break somebody's ankles?
Be honest. You know I'm fucking lowering up. Like, forget being entertaining.
I don't know.
Be honest.
I don't know how hard Lauren will try.
I keep telling you, you can beat me really easily. All you have to do is post me up, take me to the hole, do it properly. But you keep playing this.
give you a chance.
You keep playing this jump shot game, and you're gonna lose because
why?
Because you don't have.
I will say,
because you don't have a pure jump shot.
I will say
he's insane.
He's banking off you missing
shoot.
your jump shots, which that might be a little tricky. But I feel like you're kind of underestimating Lauren.
But he just said I can't.
You're underestimating his fucking ability.
He just said I can't shoot.
That's that's what I'm saying.
He's saying you're too confident in your shot.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Shooting
because the way you talk about your shot like you have a Kobe Bryant shot and you don't, and that's what I'm trying to tell you.
He's saying you're not making
not of what he speaks.
Exactly.
He comes from a place of ignorance.
And the way he's speaking, he never said he doesn't have a Kobe Bryant shot. You know what I'm saying? He never said he doesn't.
Because I wouldn't say that. I say more like Steph Curry.
Exactly. That's the problem.
Kobe.
Bro, this is day 2 of this. How did y'all even get here?
I don't know. This nigga said something probably.
I forgot how it got brought up the other day, but it just happened. It started with basketball. Lauren made a sub at him with basketball.
And it's on after that.
The ball just kept rolling.
Because that's the one thing that you can't play with me about, nigga.
Where you think you're coming in the vertical competition?
I can jump pretty high.
You got them knees, nigga.
Yeah, I got bunnies. I mean, I can grab the rim easily. I can't dunk though, but I can grab the rim easily. So I don't know. I have no idea. I haven't done one of those tests since like high school, nigga. Like I have no idea, bro. Like I couldn't even do. The only judge that I have is grabbing rim is easy.
Yeah.
So I can tell you that.
Okay.
But I can't dunk. So I'm still missing about 5 inches. 5-6 inches,
like 2.5
or something like that to be
you
able
can grab
to
the rim. You could probably dunk.
Right, it's right there essentially. But yeah, so
probably.
that's
I gotta see how much rim
you.
you grabbing.
Yeah, that's when
you might just be flicking the net like Lauren.
No.
You grabbing?
I'm up there. Yeah,
okay.
I'm hanging. That was dark. Yeah.
He was looking for that one.
Nigga Lauren got a pinky on the net.
Yeah, that was dark. Yeah.
I love that, bro.
But
I'm jumping out the gym, bro. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, did we tell them about?
Off the pump.
Did we tell them about the Patreon?
No, we ain't talking about the Patreon yet.
Oh, well, we also didn't tell y'all. Make sure y'all listen to this on all audio platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your audio platforms. Make sure you go ahead and do that because it is available. So are we going to watch?
I sent it in the group chat. We can if y'all want to.
We did?
It's like 7 minutes. Ain't shit.
And they're going to have to go to...
Are we going to do this or what happened to the... No, let's not do that.
What are you talking about?
Do what?
The AR ab one? I thought we were going to do AR ab next.
I don't remember that.
Oh,
you remember?
I remember you
him
saying
telling.
The compilation of him snitching. That's fucked up. Let's not
we
do
can
that.
do whatever.
Let's not do that. That just feels wrong.
Which Hodge twins videos is? What type of coonery are they talking about?
Wait, what's the title of this video?
Booty Warrior Fleece Johnson released. Men beware.
Oh, I forgot he was released.
This just came out?
This just happened.
Oh,
A day ago, yeah.
damn! I didn't know he got released from jail.
Well, not a day ago, but
Well, this video was done a day ago.
You know what? I did see that.
yeah, he got released.
So
Wait a minute.
Well, don't even worry about it. I'm not gonna do it.
Oh, okay. But yeah.
This is a bonus for niggas who watch this shit to
These
their
boys
goddamn
again.
end.
Yeah.
Y'all want to watch it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's run it.
Got a new show for y'all. Got a damn good show. I remember Fleece Johnson, the Booty Warrior. Yeah, he went famous because of how gay he was. No, he's violent gay. He's masculine gay. Yeah.
He was a top.
If I'm gay, I want to be.
He's definitely a top.
Yeah, if I was gay, I'd rather be the top. At least be the masculine one.
To paint a picture for you, this is what we're talking about. This is a man that was in prison. They did some kind of documentary on him, and you just gotta look at the video.
Yeah, just to refresh your memory. Check this out.
Was more important than drinking water. I like booty.
Johnson went on to tell our crew how he used to satisfy his sexual desires, especially during the 1970s and 80s, when he was most active and prison security was more lax.
When I see one, and he looks good to me, when I go see him, I say, you come here. I say, I'm telling you what, I like you, and I want you. And we can do it the easy way or the hard way. So the choice is yours, right?
Then you get shanked.
And it was always yes.
Johnson also had a warning for the new generation of inmates. They might be asking for trouble from old-timers.
You know, they got this thing where they save their pants past their butt. It's a style. They call it some sort of gangster style. You know, it's sexy to us, right? And see, but they weren't prepared for this, right? So you save your pants in her, man, somebody be up in your butt, you know, and it's just that simple.
Johnson even let the lockup crew know that when he was in his prime, they wouldn't be safe from his advances either.
When he was in his prime.
If y'all had been in her back then in them days, and as much as I like booty, I probably felt one of y'all butts as y'all was walking past me.
Pause.
And
what does that do to the room?
Oh,
Like-
the actual crew there.
Like
recording
when
this?
somebody was like, man, if this was back in the day, I probably would have.
I'm trying one of y'all. It's probably a bunch of white people in this, so they're terrified right now.
Yeah,
they're terrified.
A bunch of butt cheeks clenched instantly, nigga.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It's crazy, bro.
Encourage you to say something. I'm not no shame in my game. This is nothing that I'm ashamed to admit. I am what I am. I'm a warrior too, you know, so let that be known. I'm a warrior.
You off.
You are. Yo, he just called him a
Yeah, he
a
did.
maggot.
Yeah, he did. He did. Yo, these B-roll shots they got at Fleece, I forgot how great they were.
Yeah, the B-roll
shots
the camera
were
work
amazing.
was amazing.
Yeah. Him walking the yard.
Walking the yard, all that. Yeah. That was amazing
those
work.
B-roll
Looking for
shots
prospects.
Those B-roll shots were immaculate.
But yes, you're right. He did just call him a maggot.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you are. Man, you coming to me like that? All right, man. I don't want no trouble, but I'm gonna be in the shower later. I'm gonna go hit up my own boss. Man, I need a couple shanks. I'm gonna play like you. I'm gonna bend over like this.
We had a bit like this.
Oh, my, what the hell wrong with you?
Tony, did you watch this before?
They gonna find about 500 holes in you.
He was about to judge you for your bid.
He gonna take the booty. like you ain't got rights. Like the booty belongs to him because you in prison.
Can you pause it real quick?
Yeah, did they
I wonder how strong this Fleece Johnson dude was in his prime.
He said, I'm a warrior, too.
Yeah.
He was picking his victims.
That's what I'm saying. Like
That's why he was like the feds. He said that he never got a no.
Yeah.
Because he knew who to ask.
Yeah.
It might have been 2-3 months in between getting some ass, but he was still getting the ass.
What's the Shawshank Redemption dude?
Especially
Andy Dufresne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He fought every time.
Andy Dufresne fought the good fight, but prison is no fairy tale.
Yeah.
Yo, I would never forget. Do y'all remember when y'all first watched that movie?
Yeah, I was a kid, and I was like, what the fuck?
Me too. Bro, me too, bro.
I was like, oh, God.
I was a kid, and I was just like, at the end of it, I was like, why did we just watch this
What's
as a
the
family?
point of this, right?
Jesus.
It was
I
crazy.
felt the same way when I saw, what was it, Pulp Fiction? And Vin Grimes was getting
Oh, yep.
Jesus, shit.
Anything where man grape is going on is
It's pretty
scary.
It's pretty scary. Yeah, it's pretty scary.
My hands start shaking. Nigga.
But yeah, let's go.
Well, there's plenty of dudes in there. There's some punks in there. He can go. Yeah.
Well,
But anyway,
skip
he's
forward,
out of
see
jail
if he
now,
can-
and
Oh, yeah, okay, here we go.
Father Time has not been not been nice to this dude. Well, you saw in that video his teeth was already falling out. You can see the roots of his teeth because he smoked.
Yeah,
Got that
that is true.
periodontal disease going. His teeth is running from his gums. Yeah, that smoking does that. Teeth just fall out. Yeah. Here he is now. He got out, man. He didn't pay his debt to society.
You're married now to a woman, but do you miss prison?
Old man,
Nah, I
nigga
miss
eyes.
booty.
Yo!
That's what I miss.
It's a house turn blue.
Booty. Nigga, the first piece of sex I had was booty. Don't forget, I went into prison, man. I was in jail at 14, turned 15 in jail, hit prison at 16. I growed up in the penal system.
I growed up
never had
in the
the
penal
first
system.
American virgin, as you could call me. But when I got introduced to some booty, hey, it was fire too, man.
Yo, he's like the Charleston White ass.
Made me close my ass, man, when I came.
He said
it made him close his eyes. Pauses.
Do you know what that
close
means?
his eyes when he came.
Like, you know what that means? Like, like the Undertaker.
I did not expect his video to come out like that. I did not expect that at all.
Yeah, that kind of scared me.
Jesus Christ!
bruh.
Wow.
Like, you could see the passion in his eyes.
Is this sad? Is this sad though?
Nah,
Because
it's
it's
righteous.
a little sad because he said that he got in when he was 14 and
That's
he
why
might have
it's
got
sad.
turned out.
Well, he lost his virginity to that. That's what he was saying. His first piece of ass was booty.
Oh, you wasn't saying. Oh, I was agreeing with you. He probably got turned out.
That's what I mean, though. Like unwilling against his will.
Yeah, so
that's what I'm thinking.
Meek has a couple lines about that where he was like, "These dudes is getting
Meek?
life, Meek Mill, not taking booty."
Oh, I was
he's
gonna
just
say,
saying
whoa.
like, there's dudes out here committing murders. They're getting life and they never had pussy before. Like you catch life and
Jesus, that would turn you to a warrior.
yeah,
Real
so,
stoic.
Yeah, so that's like, you a 14-year-old running drills. You so caught up in gangbanging, you never even fucked with a chick before.
And your nuts had just dropped.
Yeah,
And you in jail.
and now you're in
You
jail.
just got your
wow.
low hanging fruit.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Damn.
He said, I miss booty.
yeah. So he's coming from a perspective we can't even relate. We can't even begin to relate. So
I hope I don't
Do you
relate.
think that he just likes man's butt or he likes the fact it's like a pistachio.
what?
It's a hard nut to crack, but he likes the chase of it.
Nah, he just likes man butt.
I feel like that's more like walnuts. Walnuts are harder to crack.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
He just likes man butt.
Yeah, I think he just
But
likes.
he said he misses booty. He can still get booty now. He's free.
He can get free booty.
Free booty. He wants booty against his will.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he don't want to fight it.
He's
He wants to fight it.
He's a booty
What if
bandit.
It's a power
all,
dynamic.
all the booty outside of prison aren't masculine? He wants masculine booty.
And he wants to take it.
Yeah, he has to take it. That's part
You
of
think
it.
he wants to take it?
That's part of
think
it.
so.
That's part of what
That's
gets the
definitely part of it.
gratification. It has to be.
So if somebody came to him being submissive, trying to give it to him, he wouldn't allow.
He's turning it down. He might fuck around and kill him.
I don't wonder if it's that easy.
Yeah, how dare you think I just wanted on the silver platter?
And then take his booty.
Yeah.
Run
yeah,
first,
exactly.
nigga.
Yeah. Run.
Yeah.
He's like a Ramsay from Game of Thrones. Like,
Yeah, that's
just
crazy.
you know what I'm saying? Just sick.
Yeah.
You know, just
Sick in the head.
Just sick. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God.
Getting it the genuine way is just it does nothing for them.
Yeah.
That's wicked.
Damn, bro.
All right. I think we're done with this.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
I'm good.
Ended on man butt. That's good.
Yeah, that's a fire episode. Yeah. That's it, I think.
Jesus Christ.
Spotify, Apple Podcasts.
Yeah,
Home
how
Run.
do you
about to
return
say.
from talking about man?
It's kind of hard. It's kind of crazy.
Well, you just like you said, we talk about Spotify, Apple.
Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Homeroom University.
Please
on
run
everything.
up those audio numbers
Yeah,
for
run
us.
up the audio numbers, and
Yeah.
you get it earlier if you do it that way. You can hear it at 6 a.m.
Yeah, I'm about to say we got a Patreon. And, you
Yeah.
know, we said this last episode, but there are 3 separate shows on this
Network. Yeah,
on this network.
Yeah, on this channel, on this network. There's 3 separate shows.
Might have to save for the next 2 weeks, just so you know
Just
we can
to start planting those seeds and earlier too.
Exactly.
We might have to put it behind a ukulele.
Yeah.
So they can really get immersed into
That's
it.
what we're missing. The ukulele.
You need a white bitch.
There's really 3 shows on here.
Yeah.
Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday we drop.
And nigga like.
Yeah. At 6 p.m. and 7.
Oh shit. Niggas gonna clip this up.
So shout out to Miranda Six, man. You out here dropping hits in the midst of
Fire.
controversy.
Fire. I'm gonna hear the rest because I'm a little curious.
I wonder who she's ghostwriting for.
Yeah.
Nah, that's her pen game, bro. That's her.
No, but I wonder who she's ghostwriting for.
Oh, just
because she's
check
that
her-
talented.
just
Yeah,
check
a
her
lot of
writing
people in the
credits.
game.
She's talented
Yeah,
enough to
she got
handle her career and fund some other ones.
A lot of people in the game.
It
she
looked
right.
like
Yeah.
it looked
Taylor
like she was
Swift.
on Nickelodeon Runway, so she might have a lot of Nickelodeon's
She got some slime awards.
credits all over the place. Yeah. Well, you want to take us out?
She probably loved the Slime Awards. But yeah, it's been good. It's been great. If you like this, share it. You know what to do. You know, hit that bell, subscribe, watch the other shows. Jay Nobles.
Tone Groove.
AJ the Menace.
We out.